Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's session of Beyond Forgotten Realms here on the MindTour Gaming stream. Thank you for tuning in and joining us tonight. Well, we left off last in Monk's Blade. A group of adventurers found themselves finally out of the Feywild, out of the grasp of the Coven of the Vast, and out of the disgusting swamps, at least for a moment, and found themselves within Monk's Blade. Able to trade some things along the way, commission a couple things that necessities, like strange, they're symbols of Ilmater upon a sword, magic, and potions, and everything they believed they needed for the future, for things to come. And then, after leaving Cromwell's Wondery, they begin to head down the thoroughfare of Monk's Blade, a strange place that's filled with a mixture of new construction and old ruins of a place destroyed, probably due to time. None of the adventurers currently quite knowing what had happened here long ago. But there were homesteaders that decided to make this place a place that people can rest along the way of the Manticore, find respite, and perhaps even do trade. A group of them found their way out of Cromwell's Wondery and toward the Flaming Dagger Inn to find rest for the evening. Are we going to change any course or continue on towards the Flaming Dagger Inn?
Probably continue on.
Yeah, I got
do-
no reason.
Yeah.
So we saw the guy coughing last week, right?
One of the last scenes you had was a bald-haired dwarf with a thick gray beard that was somewhat matted and unkept. That was leaning up against a building, coughing up a bit of blood. I believe anyone with a passive perception of 15 would have noticed this, as there's a number of people moving in and out of the area. It seems the nightlife, at least here, is somewhat active as people are strolling down the street, going to restaurants, or still even doing some trade even in the early night.
Do we see anyone else coughing or anything like that? Keth will kind of look around,
Roll a perception check.
see what he sees, because Cordell has theories.
It's COVID. Straight COVID.
6.
No one jumps out at you immediately as he's looking around to see if anyone else is coughing. At least in the area he's currently in.
Okay. Okay. Keth, we'll leave it at that then.
Okay.
Do you say anything when you notice there that you're looking around, or are you just silently doing that?
I may mention it later.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to talk about it right now. Not out in the open.
All right. I don't know about the rest of you, but I could sure do with a good night's rest.
Same.
That does sound very, very nice.
Yes, and perhaps no gambling this time.
I don't know that story.
Yes. Do you believe I mostly got that out of my system?
Balkan?
Mm.
Best behavior, yes.
I'm always on my best behavior. I'm the best
Yeah.
all the time, every time.
I've never seen him act up before.
See? See? You got me.
I assure you, my actions will not be the cause of further harm to us. You have my word.
Very well. good night's sleep could do us all well.
Yes.
All right.
Start heading to the inn.
The group of you do make your way throughout the street. That's slightly crowded, especially from being in the vast swamp for some time. You haven't seen many people since Darloon. Keth, probably even longer than that. But you make your way to a place called the Flaming Dagger Inn. Which on the outside, there's a number of large windows. You see a few people hanging out at the booths that are adjacent to those windows, just talking and chit-chatting. A few people that have different flagons, possibly drink, or even some with some crystal glasses that have some sort of probably wine or something inside of it. You do hear talk, and just all around, it seems like in rather lively place to go along with the rest of Monk's Blade itself. But you step inside, and there is immediately in front of you a hostess that is bows as the group of you steps inside, and there's a podium there that's in front of her that has a book, a ledger with a number of signed names all across the front of it. And she immediately says, "Welcome to the Flaming Dagger Inn. Are you wishing to find lodging with us this evening?"
I am now, yeah.
Very well.
Yes.
Go ahead and sign in with your legal name, of course. She smiles. I don't think any of you have a coat or a cloak or anything like that currently on.
Actually, I do have the cloak of Elven Cannon.
Okay, she goes
Yes.
over and holds out her hand. "Would you like me to take your cloak?" As you can see nearby behind her, a wall full of hung coats and cloaks and trench coats of all sorts.
Uh, sure, why not?
Very well. And your name, as she's watching you sign on the page.
Elgin. And I'll sign it.
Okay. Everyone that does sign the page, go ahead and roll me. Oh, what's your passive perception?
15.
15?
Yeah, well, I forget that.
15 for me as well.
15?
14. 14.
14? All right.
15.
All right.
Yeah, everybody got
And
15, but-
Belkin, have you shared your family name with everyone?
Yeah, I think I said read hand before.
Okay.
Pretty sure I have.
He's definitely said it
Yep.
out loud.
Everyone that's after you sign the page, you see somewhere on the top of the page where you currently are signing, there's probably a list of probably 5 or 6 other names that are there. One in particular stands out. Gilla Lacey Reedhand.
Oh, interesting. Gayla, you said?
So everyone notices that except for Belkin. Particular, he's
Sweet.
probably too busy paying attention to the woman that's taking his cloak currently and
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
it up. She actually puts a little tag in with the name Reedhand
Can you
on the cloak.
Can you say that name one more time for me?
Gilla Lacey Reedhand.
And that is Belkin's last name.
Reedhand is Belkin's last name.
Hmm.
Well,
Belkin,
that's a cousin that's gonna die.
do you,
Oh,
do
no.
you know what? Do you know what Gila, whatever her name is? Do you know her name? Do you know that name?
That doesn't really ring a bell.
Oh, you have the same last name.
After he says that, Belkin,
Probably pretty loudly. I
Yeah.
would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
you realize that he's actually talking about one of the shepherds of the Reedhands. That
Oh, okay.
she's one of the elders of the Reedhands that usually tends some of the caravans that go out. So normally
Oh,
she's with a crowd, but there's no other name. And as they're pointing this out, you do see the name that is there.
okay. Yeah, I think I know her. She's tends to our horses and caravans and of that of the lake.
Oh, let's see.
Our local shepherd.
Oh, so she's more of a family friend then.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. Perhaps you'll have time to pop in and say hello.
Maybe.
You're not interested in seeing her?
I mean, she's here, and she's doing her. When we leave our caravan, we don't really uh, interact. But I'm not gonna ignore her if I see her. I'm not gonna be rude.
And the hostess
Yeah.
that's there is
Mhm.
obviously fairly regal and well kept, but she motions you inside away from the foyer as there's another couple that's beginning to step inside behind you to the front desk. And she motions past the wall, and you see there is a long, what looks like a bar of some sort with a another human male that's behind it. Very small glasses that are thin and square shape. That's also writing down in ledgers and seeming to be counting. There's a number of keys across the wall and cubbies and small places where you see notes and small packages and that sort of thing that is also behind him. And beyond that, there's a big set of double doors that is open into what looks like more of just a lounge area. There's a few couches and tables for people to hang out at, especially at those large windows that are at the front. And specifically, you see a very large stone placard that's at the far wall beyond the doors, and you can see it from where you're currently standing. The placard has two small metal hooks that are jutting out the placard itself, and has what looks like just black soot and smoke all across the placard and the wall itself behind it, but nothing on the hooks. But the gentleman has slick back, graying hair. He seems a little bit busy to even notice you approach as you do.
Hello.
Good day to you.
Well, good evening. Welcome to the Flaming Dagger Inn. Are you looking for lodging, of course? He eyes each one of you slowly and then asks, are we looking for a bunk room? Or would each of you like a lodging for yourself?
Do you have bunk beds in the bunk rooms?
Yes.
Belkin.
We do have the bunk house that houses a number of people that come.
How many?
The bunk house holds 20.
Oh, that's much too many. There's
There are others that are in there as well. It's more of a communal space.
Oh, Belkin, we can make such good friends with all the strangers. Does that sound like a good time to you?
Oh, it does, but I kind of want my own room for once.
Party pooper.
What sort of room are you looking to have? What sort of comfort? He smiles.
Just a private room with a single bed is fine.
Single private room. Very well.
Yeah.
And just for the night?
Yeah, 'cause well, we got stuff to do in the morning, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Single
Yep.
private room for you and as well as your companions?
I'm not paying for them.
I will take your finest room, sir.
Finest room. Very well.
Oh, fancy.
Our finest room is 10 gold pieces, and the single room will be 8 silver pieces.
Okay.
I'll take one of those, the 8 silver.
I don't give him. I don't give him gold. I
That's
don't
what I-
got.
that's
I don't
what-
got the
As,
silver.
as
So
soon as as soon as Kaz says he wants the finest room, you see the man actually coming around the side of the counter, and well, I'll lead you right away there. And he grabs one of the keys, opens his hand for payment, and begins to write down in a ledger. And your name, sir?
Aedahara. Gazawa. Gaedahara.
yeah, maybe you should write all that.
Kairahara.
All that
Kazaha
out for that guy.
Kairahara. Very well.
That's pretty good.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
What a wonderful
rude.
family name.
Kind of rude that he just stopped talking to us, eh, Belkin? Seems
No.
like he thinks he's more important.
Well,
And he looks back to the group of you. I'll be right back. And he begins to
Okay.
lead Kaz.
I trust you will take care of my companions in
Oh.
my stead.
Yes, I mean, we can go together. Their rooms will be along the way if they wish.
Wonderful.
He grabs
Come on then.
3 other keys and awaits payment for theirs as well.
I'll pay for 2 nights up front.
Okay.
Oh,
Well.
big spender.
So,
Mr.
I wish
Mayban's
to stay
over
in
here.
the bunk.
the bunk.
The bunkhouse.
The bunk is 5 copper.
That's not a good sign.
You know what you could do, Orokian? Preach the good word of Ilmea to the
Oh my
entire
gosh.
group of people.
I intend to. It's a whole crowd of people.
Well, I was considering staying, but I think I'll get my own room.
No,
For sure then.
Keth, you should join me. It'd be great.
I don't
We're going to preach the good word of Ilmater. You
I-
were
I think I-
considering.
I think I
anything
need a
for it.
practice preaching to myself for a little while.
Well, what better way to practice than to hear it from the good man himself?
No.
I do apologize, good sir, for my company. Good help is so hard to find these days.
Oh.
I'll brush my cloak aside and show my noble clothing.
Oh, I know, sir. I know.
Keth
Don't
would like.
worry, Keth. This one's on me, and I'll hand the guy 10 copper. Yeah,
Okay.
my friend here will be joining me in the bunk.
All right, I guess I'm gonna join him in the bunk. He
Sorry, Keth.
he would have Keth would have made a face when he said that, like at Kaz, like what? I'll show you the help here pretty soon.
Okay. Well, he begins to lead you through into the lounge area. What you see on the side, there is a bar there with a bartender behind the bar. That doesn't look like there's an extravagant amount of drinks that are there, but you see a number of wine and a couple kegs that are pushed into the wall there that are tapped. And he's currently serving a couple people there. And inside, you see a number of other patrons that are in the space just hanging out. And, but most of them seem like either well-traveled people or probably couples on some sort of venture or pilgrimage. But he begins to lead the group of you down through the lounge area and down one of the halls. There's a hall both to the right and the left in the building, and he begins to head towards the right and then stops. I'm sorry, sir. Shall I bring them to their accommodations first?
That would be acceptable, yes.
They'll be on the eastern wing.
No worries.
Come
Do
with-
ensure that they want for nothing. Yes?
Absolutely.
Yep, the alcohol, all the alcohol we get will be on his tab.
Of course.
Very well,
Should they
sir.
wish any food, any drink, I would be more than happy to ensure that you are paid for your assistance.
Is there anything for your palate that you would like as well? We can send to you. I'm sure the road has been long.
Do you happen to carry elderberry wine here?
Unfortunately, we don't have elderberry wine. That it doesn't grow close to the vast. As
Yes, I know it is difficult to get around here. But it's
Yeah.
all right.
What I'll do is I'll send one of our staff to see if Hunting the Night has it.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
My father always smelt of elderberries.
Yeah.
And he says as he just begins to lead the group of you down to the eastern wing.
As we're walking, I have a question for you, Mr. Fancy Man.
Oh, yes.
Have you noticed anyone coughing excessively
He looks around.
today? Or any coughing at all, really?
No. Is there... You have a
I-
cold or something?
No, I just was. I'm afraid of germs, so I want to keep a distance just in case. We probably don't know what
Germs, you've
germs
never
are.
been afraid of germs.
He'll kind of like grab Logan on the shoulder. I'm afraid of germs. And he'll wink at him.
Do you need a washing basin?
No, I'm all right.
No, I think he does, actually.
Perhaps provide them with a washing basin, yes.
There's... Very well.
Is there a bathhouse in town?
There's no bathhouse, but we do, especially for our esteemed guest, they have their own tubs in their accommodations.
Yes, we did pay 5 copper.
There's washing basins for the communal areas.
Community
Gross.
bath. That sounds nice, Keth.
All right. Maybe I'll just go find a river.
River,
welcome to
you
do
say
whatever
you're
you
afraid of
wish.
germs.
Right this way.
Shut up, Baloo.
What was that?
You did what?
Nothing. I thought somebody said my name. I apologize.
No. And he begins to lead you towards the communal area, which does have what looks like 10 bunks within the room. They're kind of staggered amongst the space. They each do have built into the walls a small closet for any personal possessions, and shows each of you to your space, which actually is in one of the corners. One of you will have to stay on top bunk. In that space, you do see
Both huge.
you know, in that space, you do see a couple other humans that are in the room. Look like also travelers that are probably on their way through the way of the Manicore. But you also see what a 2.5 foot tall female halfling that has long black hair that's shaved all across the sides. Her skin is quite wrinkled, but she does have a number of piercings on her nose and ears. She is wearing what looks like a studded leather armor, a couple blades that are sheathed at her side, and then you also hear the sound of crying coming from her bunk as she's sitting there, leaning over, playing with what looks like a bundle, probably a baby, that's currently making noise in this space. Here you go, sir. Have a wonderful evening. If there's anything else you need, please find myself or one of the other staff that'll be in and among the lounge area.
Perfect. Before you leave, remember how we were talking about how everything is on his tab?
He did agree
Do
to
you
that,
have-
yes.
Correct. Do you have any magical items?
For sale.
Well, yes, of course.
I'm sorry, but we are not a proprietor of selling magical items. We do have, well, of course, the Flaming Dagger for the inn itself, where we get the name from. But unfortunately, we had to take it down due to sometimes current circumstances makes the dagger's magic more potent for some reason. So we had to take it down, unfortunately, and for
That
maintenance.
Maintenance sounds troublesome. Is it for sale?
Well, sir, it's I guess everything has a price.
Right. So name it.
50,000 gold pieces, as it is a relic of Monk's Blade.
Okay. I'll have to sleep on it.
This is absolutely something you wish for, Loki. You desire
you're
this
here.
flaming blade.
I had forgotten you were here with us. No. Nope. I am all set.
Very good.
Good to know.
Have a wonderful rest. As he leaves the
Yes.
room, and the child coming from the sounds coming from the bed
I
is.
placed a copper in his hand before he leaves as a tip.
Oh, thank you so much.
So generous.
What's your passive insight?
Mine?
Hmm.
Insight is wisdom, so it would be a 15.
Okay. Yeah, he seems pleased with the tip.
I
Good
bet
for
he
him,
is.
you know?
Any tip is a good tip, I guess.
Rich now.
And then he walks down the hall, and in that bunk area, it seems like it was an addition to the building itself. It has two entrances, neither with a door, but just some sliding cloth that's fairly fine, but no door. It's just kind of an open space for people to come and go. There are a few chairs and tables in there, but mostly just bunks and the storage that's there for your things. He leads Belkin and Kaz further down the hall to the left on door number 3 and takes a key and unlocks it and opens it up. And you see inside is a well-made bed that's not extravagant. There is a small dresser and a closet for some of your things there, as well as a wash basin that's on top of the dresser itself. Shall I get you a stool, sir?
I take offense to that, but yes.
I am so sorry. Some of the accommodations here weren't made for someone of your stature.
It's fine. It's fine. Just make sure that it's on the house.
Of course, if there is anything you need, as I said to your companions, please just let us know.
Oh well. I always need some privacy.
Very well. You have a good evening. And he looks back to Kaz. Now, let us get to you. Get you to your place of rest. And he leads you down the other hall, the western wing, which doesn't have many doors, and each one of them are iron-bound wood that has beautiful like carvings of vinage along the edge of each of the doorways themselves. But he leads you down to room number 1 and opens it. And as he does, there's almost instantly flames light as gives us like a soft, gentle glow inside the room as candles light inside as the door opens. And he motions for you to enter. You see a very large, beyond king-size bed with silken sheets, a beautiful iron cast bath that's currently has water that's simmering and steaming, as if it was already prepared somehow, awaiting you. Inside this room itself, we lost perhaps someone.
I don't know, my internet went down for a sec.
No problem. And we're back. Give him a second.
Mm-hmm.
Good?
All good?
Should be good.
There's dressers and shades, but this room itself does not have any windows. Instead, it has beautiful depictions of what looks like an ancient old temples that are 4 of them that just kind of surround this center courtyard. all depicting them in different stages of like seasons, and each of those seasons are depicted with the forest that's actually from the outside that you're currently in. It looks very similar to the space that's outside of Monk's Blade. Anything else you would like?
This is a wonderful room. Will meet my standards. Thank you. I do apologize again for my companions. We've been traveling for quite some time. I do hope you understand that their happiness is my happiness, and I'll slip him 5 gold.
Well, sir, I will make sure that they'll have a cherished time here at the Flaming Dagger Inn. If there's anything else you need, specifically come to me at any time. I will make sure I'll be up all waking hours for you.
While I have you here, actually, I am looking for someone. If you're able to assist me in finding their location, perhaps ensuring a meeting here that can be discreet.
Sure. I can do what I can.
Wonderful. I would know the name of a contact here within Monk's Blade, right?
Yep, 1 second. Let me to my list.
I'm gonna write that name down on a piece of parchment. Place another gold piece as I fold it.
Okay.
And hand it to him.
All right.
Do let me know when they are available.
You do know of a fence that is in Monk's Blade, particularly, that works for your faction. His name is Fenwick, and he actually works at the Old Oyster.
Okay, perfect. Superb. All right. And do understand, your discretion is advised.
It will not go beyond myself, Fenwick, and yourself.
Wonderful. Thank you, and my
And
apologies.
I got a potion delivered.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, potion seller. What is this one called? Phoenix Tonic.
Oh man, did that revive you?
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh man.
That's wicked.
Oh man, this one's gonna wake me up, I can tell you that. Alright.
You remember, fiends down don't always work. Sorry, Aerith.
I will do what I can to find Fenwick for you. I believe he does work at the Old Oyster, if I remember correctly.
Superb. I'm glad to know that he's still there. Is there a room here other than this particular room where I could host a meeting where it could be discreet? If not, this room will suffice.
I believe this room would be good, otherwise I can open up one of the other ones if you don't want them to know in particularly where you're staying.
Oh, that is all right. Fenwick is an old friend.
Very well.
This room will suffice. Thank you.
If not anything else, I will come and let you know when he arrives.
Oh, wonderful. And apologies. Your name again?
My name is Tolan.
Tolan.
Proprietor of the Flaming Dagger Inn.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tolan, for your kindness. You have a wonderful night.
You as well. And he takes his leave as he bows. Right. Everyone finding their space to rest for the evening, deciding whether or not who's going to take the top and bottom bunks. What do you do?
What time is it exactly?
It's just getting nighttime, so it's probably around 6 or 7.
Alokin, I'm gonna take a walk. I'll be back.
Ooh, a walk. I love walks. Where are we going?
Don't you need to preach?
Well, we have all night for that, Ken.
Child still crying from the other end of the.
Actually, I believe I'll deal with this crying child. He obviously has woes.
Hi, Mrs. Cordell.
Awesome.
She thinks she's very funny.
She's funny.
Does be funny. You can't deny that. Then.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
She's still laughing in the background.
I
So
believe
I
I'll
will-
deal with this.
Now
Crying
that
child.
she's on camera, she has to roll up a character too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she would love that. What did you say to me, Alokian? You said,
I believe I'll deal with this crying child.
"Good idea. Help the helpless or whatever. I'll be back." And he's gonna walk back to the main area, and he's gonna walk up to the guy that was guy in charge, and he says, "Yes, Mr.
You
Fancy."
you see him
Bottom.
walking back towards the front desk area, somewhat rapidly.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes.
First of all, is there a library in this town
Yes.
or a place
There's.
to buy books?
I mean, we do have a few different merchants here that sell books. Is there something in particular you're looking to read?
I have several things. One about a god, one about a place in the vast swamp, and one just about orcs in general.
Okay. I'm not sure what you'll find here, but do you wish me to find you some books on those subjects?
No. I can find them if you give me where I might be able to find some.
Okay, I know there's what's that new individual? Francis. What's his place? Cromwell's Wondery, I believe is.
Okay. Yeah, we've been there already, so I can go back and talk to him. That's fine. Second question. If I was to go out in the woods and kill some kind of animal, would you want to buy it from me?
That will
Food.
be illegal, sir.
Oh, is that illegal? Why? Why is it illegal?
You have to have hunting permits to hunt around Monk's Blade.
Do you own the animals around Monk's Blade?
I do not.
How close around Monk's Blade?
In the 50-mile radius of Monk's Blade's territory.
Oh, gee.
That's.
Now people just think they own animals.
Do you know the laws of Cormyr? Are you not from Cormyr?
No, I live in the forest.
Oh, you're a vagrant from the forest.
I mean, I live there. Yeah.
Okay. Which part of the forest? Do you know what the forest is called?
Wherever I want to live.
Oh. And you want us to purchase things you hunt?
I mean, I was just asking. I was gonna maybe go out and go hunting, but I guess it's illegal.
Yes.
Okay. What if it was legal? Say I got a license or whatever.
Yes.
Would you buy it then?
Well, it depends on the quality of what you bring in, of course.
Okay.
You see, we're not necessarily a tavern. We're an inn. Here we bring people in to rest and relax and recover from their weary travels. If you lived in a forest, of course, then this must be an amazing place for you. You'll have a
spectacular.
wonderful night's rest, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If you're
Great.
laying on the ground in the forest, it's.
Smells like fancy perfume and women.
Oh, thank you. We try our best.
Yep. I mean, it's so much better than the open air of the outside world. Just
And the
great.
elements, I'm sure
Yeah,
that has to
those
weigh
things
on
are
your
horrible.
body.
It's so great here. I don't think I'll ever leave, but I'm gonna leave. I'll be back, and he's gonna walk out,
Okay.
and he's gonna go out, and he's gonna go hunting. He doesn't really care about this.
You do
this law.
see the host actually rush alongside of you as well towards the front. He goes to the hostess and says, "I need you to watch the front. I have to step out for a moment." And she's like, "Okay. Oh, do you want me to do whatever you have to do? Just write their names." And he begins to explain how to take customers in quickly, and then I'll get back with you. And then he steps out as well. And he begins to head down the thoroughfare.
I assume we're like in that awkward position where we're like walking together.
I'm trying to like get out the door together. And,
Oh,
yeah.
oh no, you for no. Oh me. Oh no, you. Okay. Oh, okay,
Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. Oh, all right.
Enjoy the forest.
Thanks. I will.
Just be mindful of the ruins to the east, he says, as you're leaving.
What are those ruins called? Do they have a name?
No, those are the ruins of Monk's Blade itself. Just
Okay.
many people don't go there due to the haunts.
That makes sense. I guess. Well, thank you for the advice. I'll avoid that.
Sometimes it's an attraction, though. And he rushes off.
That also makes sense. Okay. He will go out. He'll attempt to hunt something.
Okay.
He will go out of town, and he will summon the wolf to help.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of to connect with the wolf a little bit more
All right.
than he has. So spend quality time with his wolf.
We'll take.
Yeah, you gotta do that sometimes. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So we know what he's doing. We'll come back to you in a moment. What about the rest of you?
Belkin has stuff to do, but if anybody wants to go first, you can go ahead.
I'm just going to attempt to talk to the mother of that baby and see if I can't help soothe the child.
Okay. So you walk on over to where the halfling's sitting on the bed, her feet not touching the floor. You do see a walking stick that has a heavy leather cloak, brown cloak that's hanging from it, that's leaning up against the wall nearby. The child is wrapped also in what looks like some kind of leather covering. Probably she hasn't been here very long, as she's actually currently feeding the child from a bottle. You do see the child is blue-skinned, has short, pointed horns that's starting to curve back across her face. Her features are somewhat pointed as well, slightly pointed ears, and as the child's crying, you do see slightly elongated fangs. The canine slightly longer than what you would expect.
So it's growing up in a similar situation where it's like a mix of people in the thing and God,
Baldur's
I can't
Gate?
think of the name. Baldur's Gate. Thank you. I can assume. I can obviously tell it's a tiefling.
That
child,
is
right?
a tiefling. Yes, a tiefling child. As she's trying to get the child to relax. And still crying somewhat, but now that the bottle is there, she's feeding it and begins to slowly subside with crying.
I'll still approach.
She looks up toward you. Her other hand just rests on the hilt of one of the sheath blades. She's watching you.
She puts her hand on what?
Your mic's cutting out a little bit.
I think my internet's having trouble today.
It's fine. On one of the blades, she just kind of puts her hand on the belt where the blade is, just in case.
Sorry, I mean you no trouble, ma'am. I just noticed that the baby was fussing and thought I might offer a hand.
Oh, that's all right. She is my child. That's your question.
I wasn't going to ask. It's not my place to judge. I've seen all sorts, and Well, I'm originally from Baldur's Gate. I grew up in an orphanage of sorts in the Church of Ilmater.
Oh.
I've seen all sorts of mothers and children. Makes no difference to me.
I see. Is there something I can help you with then?
No, sorry, just curiosity getting the best of me, I suppose.
You said Ilmater.
Yes. Have you heard of Ilmater?
Yes, I have.
Ah, are you a follower?
No, I am not. I follow Yondala, the
Yondala.
patron goddess of our people.
Of course. Do I know about Yondala?
Roll a religion check.
That is a 14.
Yondala's fairly common, especially in halflings, because she is the patron goddess of halflings and family, and sort of the caretaker of halflings themselves.
Naturally, you would be a follower of Yondala. I believe one of my companions also knows of Yondala. He's a halfling.
Oh, is he?
Yes, a Belkin Reedhand.
She takes a Belkin reed hand.
Yes, are you familiar with him? Not to assume that all halflings know each other, but
Well, yes, I am. What is
Ah!
Belkin reed hand up to these days?
no good.
No good.
No good.
As to be expected, I suppose.
He's been adventuring with me for quite some time now, and
Is he
I
here?
have to say, he is here. Yes, of course. Would you like to see him?
I think that's very fortunate. Yes, we probably should speak.
Perfect. Yes. Of course, you have the baby, so stay put. I will go grab
Well,
him
how about-
and bring him.
How about we have dinner out in the lobby? Wouldn't want him
Ah,
to.
splendid. Dinner sounds wonderful. How about 5 minutes from now?
Well, sure. Give me
Are
just
you
a few
bringing the
moments to
baby?
finish feeding. Yes, of course.
Please, of course. I'm very good with babies.
Find us a table. Is it just the four of us?
1, 2, the baby, Keth, Kaz, I believe 7.
Oh. So you travel with more company than just Belkin, then?
Ah, yes, we also have my dear friend Kaz, who's paying for everything, including our dinner tonight, and
Wow.
Keth, he's relatively new to our group and quite brutish, and he smells terrible, but you'll get used to it.
The road does
then
that to you sometimes?
Yes, and the woods, and sleeping in sticks, like he does.
With sleeping stick. Ah.
He's quite unkempt. I apologize in advance for his appearance.
I've seen
Actually, I
many
bet you he
things
said
out
he was
there.
leaving. I bet you that scamp is rolling around in the mud in the woods as we speak.
I see. Well, gather
yes.
whoever wishes to have dinner. I'm not quite sure if they have meals here. We may have to get it from elsewhere. Unless you have food with you.
No, we'll have meals brought to us, I'm sure. My friend
Otherwise, I
Kaz
can
just-
create something if simple. If
You can
we
create
wish.
food.
Yes. It's
Are
one of
you
the gifts
magical?
that my goddess has blessed upon me.
Ah, wonderful. Would you like to see something that my god has blessed upon me?
Yes.
Perfect. And I'll reach out and I'll just kind of stroke the baby's hair, and I'll cast sleep on it.
Immediately, the child falls asleep. Well then.
Yes, see, I'm great with babies, thanks to Ilmater. Also squirrels.
Squirrels.
Yes, I can revive them.
She laughs. She out loud laughs. You're blessed with the ability to revive squirrels.
Yes,
That's wonderful.
like squirrel warriors, in fact.
What do you mean, squirrel warriors?
What, from the Feywild, of course.
How
Squirrel
about
warriors.
how about we save this story
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself again.
once we
It's
get
just we don't
your
get to
companions.
converse with many people out in the woods.
I
I've
see.
talked to trees and horses and squirrels. Not many people. I'm very excited.
Are you okay?
Yes. Why?
Very good.
I'll go get Belkin. I'll meet you in the lobby in 5 minutes.
Very well.
You shouldn't have to wait too long now. The baby should be asleep for a day or two.
Okay. Do you take your leave? she's just kind of like dumbfounded with everything that you just dumped on her. She does check the child and make sure she's okay, and after a moment she understands. All right.
I go towards Belkin's room. Actually, I don't know where he's staying. Oh, wait, did we drop off Belkin before they brought us to the bunkhouse?
Nope.
Okay. So I go to the front.
Okay. You see a young lady there that's a bit overwhelmed as she's like trying to write things down, and as a couple's just moving past you and moving into the lobby after she hands them their key. She's like, "How am I gonna? I think I did that right. Okay."
Are you having troubles, miss?
Oh, no, of course not. Is there something we can help you with?
Yes. I'm looking for my friend's room. His name is Belkin Reedhand.
Okay. She looks down at the ledger and begins to flip through the page. Okay. Room 3, Eastern Wing.
3. Got it. Okay. And east is...
Walk into the lobby on the right.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you. And I put a copper down on the counter.
That's better.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay. And you walk back into the lobby and head towards Belkin's room?
Yep.
Okay. You get to room 3. Belkin, what are you currently doing? Anything in particular Belkin was doing after he got into his room?
Belkin had no plans to stick around, unfortunately. So
Okay.
what I wanted to do was hold on 1 second. Is the bunk room is the hallway visible from that room? Like, is there an open doorway?
So the bunkhouse is the doorways, the entryways to the bunkhouse is before your room. There's 2 other rooms that are kind of across the hall from the bunk entryways, and yours is more towards the end of the hall. There's actually 5 rooms on that wing that you're currently in, and you're in room 3.
Okay. So while everybody was doing stuff, I would want to write a message on the wall in chalk between the bunk room and my room.
All right. What does it say?
And they can't. They post it in the Roll20 chat thing.
All right.
And so I want that, and then so for a long time, Belkin had a feeling in his gut about that hag cohort, so he would actually sneak out of the room, out the window, and I would like to start investigating the any rumors about uh like aristocrats being shady at night or being making deals with hags or whatnot. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, and that's what he writes.
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay.
So I would between that message and the bunk room, like I would also like make little marks to read up to that message, like little arrows or whatever have
Yep.
you.
Got it.
So
And you want to go in and around the town and try to see if you can pick up any rumors about anything strange about noblemen or aristocrats or people that may be here. Okay.
correct. Correct.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check as you're going in and about, just talking to people and try to gather information around town.
Sure, absolutely. Nope. Oh, that's a bust. 6.
Right. You're going around talking to people, and no one seems to really be giving you the time of day. Most of these people are either here trying to do business or just going about their business to get food for the evening, to rest because of their travels, or in particular, there's couples that are in and about this place that seem to be just traveling through. So no one really stops to give you time to talk or anything in particular like that. What you do see...
Then I pickpocket the one that gives me the most attitude.
Okay, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
Kath and Belkin are going to end up in jail tonight together, so that'll be really good. Oh no,
27.
it's not going to jail.
Okay. You actually take the whole coin purse of one individual that tells you just to get the hell out of here, little one. That coin purse actually has 11 gold pieces and 3 silver pieces.
Yeah.
You just easily just slip it off the belt, off their belt, with your blade, and walk right on away as they tell you to get the hell out of here. Yep. But what you do see is the host of the Flaming Dagger Inn rushing off from the direction of the inn towards the Old Oyster. He seems to be in a bit of a hurry. He goes inside the Old Oyster and kind of disappears into the crowd of people that are in there eating. You do hear a lot of people talking, and just you hear laughter and just people just having a good time and having dinner there inside. The smell coming from that place is immense, and it does smell wonderful. All sorts of fried foods and seafood. But yeah, that's where he disappears off to. You also can see
Go ahead.
Keth. What direction do you head? There's
I don't know.
forest all around Monk's Blade, but the way of the Manticore goes east and west.
So he probably would have gone east a little ways on the road and then gone into the forest.
Okay.
Wait, which way were the ruins?
East.
Oh, okay. No, he'll go west then.
Okay. So you do
He will
see
avoid-
Keth also walking down the path. I don't know if you're hiding or anything, Belkin, trying to keep out of sight.
Yeah, I'm trying to tail the host being stealthy.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Absolutely. It was 15. 1-6.
Okay. Yeah. Keth doesn't seem to notice you as he's beginning to head out of town towards west, not too far behind the host himself.
Hmm.
But Keth is heading out of town.
I could. I figured he wanted to stay in there.
So you tail the hostess, Tolan?
Yeah, I tailed Tolan. Yep.
So you're peering out inside from the outer area. There's a porch there with also a few tables and chairs and people actually eating on the porch itself. But you can see on the inside, he's talking to what looks like possibly the busboy, as he has a crate that he's putting plates into and wiping a table down. A human male that has short brown hair, a number of pock marks all across his face. That's also has pimples. He does have an apron on. You can see that he's sweating. Underneath, there's a white shirt that has currently sweat stains underneath. He's rushing around. And then the host goes over and begins to speak with him. And he looks to him and nods a few times. And he looks outside, see what time of day it is. And they begin to conversate for a few moments. You can roll a perception check to see if you can
Yeah.
read anything that they're actually saying.
Yeah. It would. Now it's 20 for 24.
Oh, wow. Okay. You get the gist of the conversation. That a nobleman, and he specifically says Kaz's name, is here to speak with him, and is here to have an audience. And after his shift, he's to meet. And he knows around 10 o'clock is when he gets off, so he expects him there.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
after those few moments of them whispering back and forth, the host leaves and begins to head back towards the Flaming Dagger Inn.
Okay.
The busboy there is kind of staring down at the table after the host leaves, shakes his head, sighs, and walks off.
I think I'll go back to my room and wait until
Okay.
the meeting time.
All right. Kaz, you doing anything particular in your room?
Jumping on the bed.
I'm keeping an eye out around the room. I kind of want to look for anything that sort of stands out as like this probably shouldn't be here. Anything that would indicate who might have stayed in the room before me.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check as you're looking around the room, just to see if there's anything weird about it.
That is 21.
All right. So you look around the room to see if there's anything peculiar or off. In particular, there is. Behind one of the paintings that's on the northern wall, is what looks like a small slit in the wall that looks like there's a piece of wood that moves.
Mm.
And as you're paying attention, you can see that slit aligns with the painting itself in one of the windows, which actually has a hole cut out.
Interesting. I'm definitely going to want to check that out and see what's there.
So you can move the small slit to the side if you wish.
Yeah, I'll want to do so carefully in case it's, there's any semblance of a trap or anything. I want to keep my eyes open for that.
All right. Make a perception check to make sure there's no traps or anything weird about it. But you take the painting off the wall and you can see it's only like about an inch wide.
6
and
for me,
very
18 some away.
Yeah.
She
don't
just
know-
appears.
Yeah. She peers at it. You don't get any sense of danger or anything like that coming from her, and you don't see a trap either.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and open it.
Trying to push it, doesn't budge. You feel like it barely shifts, but it's like stuck.
Interesting. I will take 10 minutes and ritual cast detect magic in the room.
You cast detect magic, and you do detect magic coming from the lights themselves. The candles are emanating magic, and in particular, it's evocation magic. But other
Okay.
than that, there's no sense of magic in the area.
Okay, that's good. Can I try to figure out if there's some kind of lock mechanism or trigger mechanism in place for that latch?
If you had to guess, it's not on this side. It's probably from the other side.
Okay. And I wouldn't know, I guess, what's on the other side of this room.
So on the other side of this room, you would assume is possibly another room. Because
Okay.
it's down the hall, so basically it's the next would be the next room over.
Okay. In that case, then I'm going to I will head to the front desk.
As you head towards the front desk, you do see a Lokian leaving the front desk and heading back toward his hall.
Do I see him?
Yeah, you probably see him coming from the western wing.
Then I'll
Ooh.
wave and gesture. Hello,
You
Ken.
want me to come? You come here. Well, all right, fine. I'll come to you.
I wanted to apologize. I know what I did was rather abrupt and perhaps came as quite a shock.
What?
Referring to you all as help.
You did?
I meant no ill behind that, and you must understand I did so for a reason.
Brenda
Very-
apologizing for no reason. I didn't even hear that.
Very well, either way. I have paid the man generously to ensure that you are all well taken care of. It is the least I can do, given my actions.
Well, that's
See,
very nice of you. I will actually take you up on that offer. We're having dinner in the lobby.
oh, wonderful. I would be more than happy to ensure that that's accommodated.
Perfect. And you'll never guess who's here.
Oh?
Remember we saw the lady's name in the book
Yes,
with the
yes.
reed hand? Yes,
With
I found her.
Is that so?
I did. I found her. She was staying in the bunkhouse with me, and she has wonderful stories, I think. And she wants to have dinner with Belkin and us.
That is wonderful. Whenabouts is this dinner?
5 minutes,
Oh,
like right now.
how much time do I have before I'm expecting the meeting?
You're not quite sure. He said he will try to retrieve this person as soon as possible. He hasn't returned yet.
It's all right. I will assume I've got a bit of time then. Very well. I would be glad to join you all. Thank you. I do
Yes.
just to check one thing with the front desk first.
No worries. Could you perhaps grab Belkin?
Yes, of course.
When you have a minute, I was gonna go there, but I just remembered that Keth went to go roll around in the mud outside, and I need to retrieve him, and presumably
He's
hose
going
him
to smell
off before
terrible.
dinner. He always does.
I will take care of that when he arrives.
Perfect. Great. I will go find him, and then we'll all meet back here in the lobby in 5 minutes. She will have a sleeping baby, and she is also short.
She has a child.
Yes, it is a tiefling child, just so you're not shocked when you first see it.
That is all right. I've seen and worked with all kinds.
Alright, 5 minutes, okay?
5 minutes indeed.
Great.
Thank you, Lokian, for your understanding.
Don't know what I'm supposed to understand, but no problem.
And I'll head over to the front counter, and I just want to ask.
Behind there's the female hostess that
Yeah.
let you in. She seems quite overwhelmed currently, but she's pocketing a coin and looks over to you. Yes.
Yes, my apologies. I understand you're very busy. I just have a very quick question, if I may.
Sure, anything.
Certainly. The room adjacent mine, and what direction would it be?
North.
To the north of mine. Is there a particular room number?
Uh, she opens the ledger. I think that's the second room in the western wing.
Wonderful. Is it currently occupied, do you know?
No, there's no one there. She looks behind her, and the key's actually still behind her.
Wonderful. I would like to rent out that room as well, please.
Okay. She grabs the key. I think it's 10 gold.
Thought I had the nicest room in the house, and it was only 5 gold per night.
Maybe I'm wrong.
That is quite all right. Do take your time.
Let me see. Yeah. That one's 3.
3 gold it is. Tell you what. Here is 5. 3 for the room, and 2 for your discretion, if I may.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
She writes down leisure. Just
And
room taken.
Perfect. And I'll take that key to the other room.
Right.
And I'll just pocket it for now.
Okay.
And I will keep a lookout for Belkin.
All right. Lokian, you head back to get Belkin, or do you head back to your space?
I actually go look for Keth.
All right. Where do you
I knew
go
that
to
he
try to
left.
find Keth? So you go out the front door. You look down both east and west of the thoroughfare and the streets that spider off of it. Where do you wish to go?
Is there anyone outside currently?
Not like just loitering in front of the space, but you do see one human couple that's currently sitting on one of the exterior tables and chairs that's nearby.
So I
This
will
large,
approach
like,
them.
stone pillar that has vines that are kind of growing up and over it. There's also a nearby large tree that towers not too far.
I will approach the couple.
Okay. They're kind of just whispering back and forth and laughing. The human female kind of shakes the man and points at you. He looks up. Oh, hello.
Hello, greetings. How are you to this evening?
We're doing wonderful. We're not interested
That's
in
great to hear.
what you're selling.
I have nothing to sell.
Oh,
Just a question, if you don't mind.
sure.
Did you see a big, smelly, orc, half-orc man walk by
yes.
you? You did. Great. Wonderful. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say.
Kind of gray skinned, right?
Yes, if you can see through the mud and dirt.
He looked fairly clean.
Oh,
Which was
how
odd.
unusual. I'd say so. Listen, which way did he go?
He went that way. And he points toward the western side of town.
Perfect.
I mean,
That's all I needed.
Yeah, the western side of town.
You've been a great help. Everyone in this town is so helpful.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, buddy. And I'll place 1 copper onto the bench that they are sitting on.
They look at you oddly and just nod and wait for you to just leave. You sense that they're just uncomfortable.
And then I start heading west.
Alright. Start heading west out of town. Well, you start heading west through town. As you're looking about, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception. Alright. Clicking. Roll 20.
Any second now.
Thinking about it.
Roll 20.
Can't wait till 5 appear all at once.
Roll 20 is shaking the dice in his hand. Now it's blowing on the dice.
Maybe your internet is really. There you go.
Finally.
10.
All right. You're walking through town, and you don't notice Keth or anything out of the ordinary beyond this place and the things that are going on in and around the area. You don't see Keth within at least the main part of the city. So where do you wish to go? Keth, did you
I don't
actually
see him-
say anything to Luke? I don't remember if you told him you were going hunting or not.
I told him I was going on a walk.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I'm trying not to meta.
So after about 20 minutes walking up and down the road, you don't see Keth.
All right. Well, I will use somewhat of a natural. How would you describe it? Like I know him pretty well,
Intuition. Yeah, that makes sense.
so I'll head out. I'll head out of town.
Okay.
I'll keep following west.
All right.
Is there anybody like
There
town
are-
guards or
Yeah,
something?
there are a couple town guards on both exits, as well as a few on the palisades that patrol from time to time. Yes.
Okay.
So there are 2 guards that's standing on either side of the entrance of the Way of the Manticore that kind of goes in and through Monk's Blade. And the Way of the Manticore just goes through this thick, heavy forest here.
Okay. So I'll ask the guards once I approach the exit there.
Yep.
I'll ask them. Good evening.
How's it going, buddy?
It couldn't be better. Everyone in this town is so friendly.
Yeah. Is there something you need?
Almost,
You have any trouble?
almost everyone. I had a friend come with me. I don't know if you saw him leave, perhaps. A half orc, grayish skin, pretty rough looking.
Yeah, we saw
Might
him
have
wander off
come-
that way down the road.
Just down the road here, then.
Uh-huh. You said that's your friend, huh?
Yep.
We heard there's maybe some issues with the orcs.
Oh, well, first off, he's half. And second off, he's no trouble to you. I think. Probably.
Unless you're troubling me.
What's your friend's
Is
name?
that- His name's Keth.
How long you known this guy?
Oh,
Racist.
a little while.
We were told there's going to be an orc raid on this place. And then
Oh.
an orc just leaves, wandering off into the woods by themselves. Very
Ah.
peculiar.
Very. Well, anyways, we'll see you later.
We. Who's
Oh.
we?
I'm bringing him back with me. He paid, well, I paid his way into staying at the Flaming Dagger. That's where we're staying.
And your name?
Alokian.
Lokian.
Yep, clearly not an orc.
Clearly.
Although, check this out. And I will use my Furbolg ability to shapeshift into an orc.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Pretty neat, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Yeah, not
Playing
to me,
tricks,
it's-
aren't you?
Maybe the furbolg costume was a trick, and I'm really an orc.
Oh no.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
no.
thinking. The other guy kind of sits up because he was leaning against the palisade, the wooden wall there. You need to get along.
Yeah, bet I do. All right, bye-bye.
Which way do you go?
Keep heading out west.
See both of them kind of come together in the center and talk back and forth for a moment, and then one of them rushes off.
I see him rush off. Okay. That'll bite me in the ass later, I'm sure.
All right, but you begin to head west down the way of the Manticore. Belkin. Is there anything else you
Yeah.
wish to do in particular other than what transpired earlier?
No, that'd be it for
Alright.
for now.
And Kaz, nothing else from you other than getting the key? Where do you go? Where do you return to?
There you mentioned there's like a lounge area nearby the entry, right?
Yeah, so there's a foyer that the hostess was at that had everyone sign in. Beyond that is the front desk area where you paid and the host brought you in, which is a larger like lounge and lobby that has a small bar with a man working behind it. And then there's a east and western wing. The eastern side has the lesser valued accommodations, and then the western side is obviously the higher end.
Perfect. For now, I will head back toward Belkin's room, assuming he's there.
As you're heading towards okay, yeah, you head towards Belkin's room. That's fine. You know you've seen where he was staying, so you get to his room just fine.
I assume I notice he's not there.
Do you just try to open it?
Yeah, I just try to walk in.
All right, Belkin, did you leave the door unlocked?
No, I left it.
All right, it's
Yeah.
locked.
All right. Knock on the door a couple of times. Belkin,
There's
are
no,
you awake?
no answer.
For heaven's sake, Belkin, you are always sleeping. There could be another time, you know. You have a visitor. Belkin?
A few moments pass and nothing comes from within.
Perhaps he stepped out. Should have checked with the front desk. Back I go. And I'll head back toward the front desk to see if she's noticed him leaving.
As you begin to head towards the front desk, you do see the host actually heading down. You notice him heading down your wing, heading towards your door. And
Okay.
his back is to you, and he knocks lightly and waits.
And I'll approach behind him.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthily?
Not overtly stealthily, but I'm not gonna directly announce myself until I'm like right behind him.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
You have returned.
Oh, yes, I have. I'm sorry.
What
Yes.
news?
Meet you after the 10th hour tonight. He's finishing his shift at the Old Oyster.
Wonderful. That will be.
Shall
more
I
than
send
enough.
him to your room, or would you rather meet
Yes.
him in the lobby? Okay, very well.
Room would be wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. Anything else we can help you with?
No, good sir. That would be all. Thank you.
I'll be at the front desk all night if you need.
Superb. The young lady at the front. I just wanted to let you know she's doing a marvelous job. Though you may not always see it, she is doing her best.
As you said, it's always hard to find good help.
Understood. You may notice something in the ledger that she's written. Do not falter for that. It was I who asked. Very well.
Understood.
Thank you. You have a wonderful night.
He bows and then takes his leave.
Right. Once I'm sure he's gone, I'll head out to the entryway and take a seat.
Okay. Keth. You head west out of the town. 2 guards do take note of you as you are leaving. They seem to eye you strangely for whatever reason as they watch you leave intently. How far outside of Monksblade do you wish to go before you head into the forest itself?
Probably not too far. I would want to get out of eyesight.
Out of
the-
eyesight? Okay.
Basically.
So the main road goes down probably about a half a mile or so as it slowly shifts and turns just ever so slightly, enough for the forest to break your line of sight to Monk's Blade itself. As you lose sight of Monk's Blade among the trees and the large towering trees that are there and the brush, but you break line of sight of Monk's Blade. What do you do
Okay.
now?
I would head into the forest.
North
like
or
to-
south?
I'll go south.
Okay. The forest here, the ground's fairly, still slightly soft, but not as soft as the vast swamp was, as it is still nearby the vast swamp, but there's a lot of life that's in this forest itself around the vast swamp. So
Can I find like a small stream first?
go ahead and roll me a survival check as you're heading out into the forest, if that's something you're looking for.
Okay. I will go ahead and summon the wolf.
Okay.
And have
As
him,
you
like,
as you
help
step
me.
off. Okay. Yep. Can help you.
So
As you do summon it, quickly looks around, somewhat aggressively, and then sits and looks up at you.
we're going on a hunt. You'll kind of smile.
You see it sort of like chomp its jaws, prepared for whatever you command it to do, but no sound comes from it.
16.
All right. And so, what is your command for the wolf?
So I'll first, for this time, I say find water, basically.
Water. Okay.
We're trying to find water first.
With the wolf's help, as it goes out among the trees and the forest, as the both of you begin to head in the southern direction away from the way of the Manticore, takes you about 20 or 30 minutes before you actually do find a small stream that has running water going through it, a bunch of stones as well. The water's still inky black. The stream seems to be coming from a small spring head. It's not very wide, about 1.5 foot wide stream that's just kind of seeping and trickling down in the southern direction.
Okay. I'm gonna take a quick roll in the mud.
Okay.
It was only a matter of time before
hopefully
you did.
kind of camouflage his gray to
Yep.
white skin.
The
and then
mud
cover up
is
his-
dark. It's like
Okay.
inky dark among the water itself, tainted by whatever this water is coming from the vast swamp.
So cover up the camouflage, kind of camouflage himself, and
Okay.
get rid of any scent he might have as much
Alright.
as he can. And then he'll kind of look to the wolf. Now we find prey, and he's gonna kind of track along this stream,
All right.
keeping an eye out for tracks of any kind of creatures.
Go ahead and roll me another survival check as the wolf itself just hovers there next to you. As it does seem like it's walking, but you can just see it flying among the trees, actually going through the brush as it doesn't disturb anything as it moves ahead.
21.
21. Is there anything in particular you want to hunt, or are you just looking for the first thing you come across?
Yeah, probably the first thing.
All right.
depending on what that first thing would be.
As you move along the creek, you see a few game trails along the way. Some probably a smaller game, brown, probably maybe a rodent or something that's sort of big. You see small footprints that go in and along and all around this waterway. That's the first thing you come across.
Okay.
If you wish to hunt that, that's fine. Otherwise, you
Yep.
can continue moving. Maybe perhaps there's something else.
Probably try to look for fresh tracks.
Okay. Those
fresh
tracks
tracks.
are fresh, and you see a number of them.
Okay.
Roll a nature check to see if you can identify what the tracks are.
Okay. Da-da-da-da. 8.
You're not quite sure, but it definitely is small game. But it looks like there's a number of them.
Okay. If it's small, he'll keep looking.
Okay. So
He
you
just wants
push,
something bigger, like a deer or a wolf or
Okay.
something like that. Something
push
like
further. Probably now about 30 minutes longer. You've probably been gone maybe an hour at this point. But you push further down this stream that kind of forks off in two directions. Both of the streams still continue to stay about 1.5 feet, but more spring heads kind of meet this stream, and it begins to just branch out. And you can see on the right, like path of this stream, see a larger game trail that actually has what looks like a rubbing across some of these branches that look like some of the bark is torn off of the tree itself.
Okay. I'll follow that then.
Okay. And you begin to head that way, and the wolf perks and looks as if it howls, begins to rush off down this what looks like a heavily worn path game trail that's up ahead, but something much larger than seen earlier.
Okay. I'm following.
All right, as it
I
does
think
rush ahead.
I can
You-
keep up with it,
Okay.
actually. We both have 40 feet movement. So, although he can fly through things.
Yep, he's flying through as you're pushing your way through. You got branches kind of tearing across you. Are you going to go as quick as you can and not care about anything that you may run across, or are you going to be cautious at all?
I'm going to say I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to try to sneak up on this thing and surprise it. And I'm going to command the creature, 'cause I'm pretty sure I can telepathically talk to it. I will command it, try to sneak
Okay.
up on it.
You see it then get low to the ground, its feet even going into the earth itself. As it does, it begins to just slowly hover forward through this winding game trail. And finally, the trees open slightly as there's tall grass up ahead, where you can see what looks like something's been going in and out of this small grove in tall grass. The grass here is probably about 4 feet high. Something that's been going in and out of it.
Do you know where it's at? I'll kind of talk to
It gets
the wolf.
low and begins to hover around like this circle-ish grove of trees. Then it motions forward.
He'll follow it.
You give it the command to lead?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it does. You see the ghostly form of Omak lunge into the grass, and as it does, you see 4 large deer, I guess, for the lack of a better word here, that just begin to scatter out of the grass itself, going in different directions. Go ahead and roll the perception check as it does happen.
Perception 17.
All right. One of which seems much larger than the rest, as It has a heavy, thick rack that has what looks like fur that's kind of being torn off of each of the antlers of it, of this creature as it begins to bound away. The other 3 look like female that begin to leave in other directions.
Okay.
Which do you wish to give chase to?
Definitely the male. So
All right.
I would give that command to Omak, and I'll probably pull out a javelin.
All right.
And prepare that
right.
when I get a chance.
Yeah,
Basically.
well, as it does, I'm sure you already had your weapon at the ready, and if it was a javelin, go ahead and make an attack.
Okay. I'll do it recklessly. Might as well.
All right.
This thing's not fighting back. 18.
Okay, that definitely hits. Roll me some damage.
9 piercing damage.
And you see the javelin precisely strike it through the kind of upper shoulder and through its chest and out the other side. And the creature begins to just tumble, hit the ground. It's kind of shifting and moving on the ground. You hear sounds coming from the deer itself as it is struggling to try to stand.
I will go up to it and finish it. Put it out of its misery.
In next moment, your hunt is complete as you feel the warm blood come from the wound as you slit its throat, engulfing your hand, and there's like a prick in the back of your mind, something that begins to pull, something primal. Feel a growl emanating from yourself, but it's not you. Feel something hiss in your ear, sound emanating from you. It's not you. Feel complete in this moment as you're taking the life from prey. As you do, you realize you're now carving flesh from this creature and begin to eat it. Ripping, tearing. It's flashes of this moment that happen. You feel Omak, the entity next to you as well. A longing coming from it. Envy. For the hunt. For the prey. For the want to take life. To eat. But it can't. And then finally, not sure how much time passes, but covered in mud, blood, large chunks of the deer's been devoured as you feel full and complete. But there's still much of the flesh still left.
He'll kind of sit there in a daze. Kind of look at his hands. He's a little confused. He's like, he just has no idea what just happened, basically. Can you eat it as well? Kind of asking Omak.
Looks down and shakes his head.
I wish you could.
Nods.
Perhaps someday. He will continue. He will go ahead and cut up some of this meat.
Okay.
Kind of into nice like steaks, basically.
Go ahead and roll me another survival check to go ahead and try to take whatever you can from corpse.
17.
All right. Yeah, you slice up a number of steaks and even pieces of rib. There's also large antlers that are there that you could take it as well.
Do I feel like those antlers would fit in my bag of holding, or handy haversack?
Yes, you probably could fit those in the haversack.
Sweet, I'll take those then. Yeah, for sure.
Each one of them having a number of horns on them, 10 in total.
Okay. Yeah, and I will. Yeah, I'll cut up some nice meat, and then I have some traveler clothes that I never use, so I will wrap them in that, and I'll put them in the bag as well.
What's odd is you haven't hungered for a long time.
Yeah.
Till this moment.
Kind of look at his hands. Let's go to the back to the stream. He'll kind of head back there, and he's gonna do his best to clean himself off with all the blood and mud and.
It's fine.
Go.
You take some time to wash as best you can with the inky dark water. You get most of it, especially because it's dark at this point, and it's hard. I mean, you do have dark vision, but it's still hard to see. But in the dim light of your night sight, you're able to clean yourself as best as possible. Bag up. Where do you put the meat and what you've taken?
I'd probably put that in the haversack too,
Okay.
just for the sake of not carrying it around.
You probably have some like pieces of cloth or something that you could have wrapped it
I
in
have
as
some
well.
old traveler clothes that
Yep.
I'm not wearing,
That's fine.
so I can like grab one of the shirts and wrap it up.
Okay.
As best I can and put it in there. And he'll do something with it. Maybe tonight. I don't know. Yes, I have an idea, but we'll see.
Yep. And as you're at the stream washing, Keth does notice one other thing. As Omac's there, just the soft glow, white, icy blue glow emanating from him and the area around him. He does notice something else as he feels something up in the trees not too far away. 2 yellow burning eyes peering from up within the trees. The darkness beyond his dark vision. He sees something and senses a presence there watching him. These eyes are probably about 2 feet apart.
2 feet apart?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Large, burning
Large.
yellow eyes.
He will kind of, as he
They
notices them,
disappear
okay.
and reappear. Watching.
He will, as he sees it, he'll kind of pretend he doesn't see them, but he'll kind of take his glaive out and kind of set it next to him and finish washing, and then he's gonna stand up and grab it.
Okay. As he finishes washing, making sure his glaive is not too far away. He cleans the rest of the mud and blood as best he can off it himself, but he's covered in it.
Yeah.
But what do you do next? As he looks back up from after finishing cleaning, the presence is no longer there, nor the eyes.
Okay. He'll kind of take a look around, see if he sees it anywhere else. And he'll say, I think it's best we return. Let's return. And he'll kind of follow the stream back up. where he
Ominously,
found it.
Omac lies next to you.
Kind of as they're walking, just to kind of, I don't know, wishing Omac could talk back, but he'll kind of have a conversation. Or can Omac talk back? I mean, probably can maybe sense. He'll kind of just talk about his travels so far and just have a conversation with him, while keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Again, for this whatever that creature was.
Roll me a animal handling check as you do.
11. I'm gonna use an inspiration.
Okay.
To re-roll that. 17.
All right. As you're conversating with Omac and telling him about your adventures and what's transpired so far and everything that you've been through, that moments that he hasn't been there, I'm assuming.
Probably tell him about his past and like the strangeness that he has experienced, and all that basically too.
And in those moments, as you're traveling back up stream towards the Way of the Manticore again, the ominous glow that's just emanating from him, there's almost like a coldness that comes from the stone and feel it within the pouch or pocket that you have and take it out. And as you're holding it in your hand, you get flashes of a memory, a moment of a hunt similar to this with another orc, one that you've seen the ghostly form of the past master that he once served, but not in death, in life.
Mhm.
And in that moment, in that longingness, almost a bit of sorrow, sadness for moments like that he missed. And then a bit of happiness, perhaps joy. Joy that an animal or a dog would normally give as it finally sees its master after so long. You see the tail of Omak begin to sway.
I saw happy puppers.
Zergar. That was his name, right?
And nods.
You know, I think I might make it a goal. Maybe Kaz can find a way, or Lokian. Maybe I can bring you back. Maybe your master too.
Just kind of cocks his head to the side, his tail still wagging.
Seems that death is not always the end. In a world like this. You know, he'll pat Omak as best he can. He can't, but he tries, you know.
As he
and then
reaches out and tries to pat Omak, his hand touches something solid, but icy cold.
He'll give him a
You can
pat.
his fingers running through the incorporeal fur. It's glowing there, and it's like a sheen or sparkle as his fingers does run down Omak's fur.
You did good tonight.
Closes his eyes for a moment, the tail still wagging.
Rest now. And he will return him to the stone.
His form turns into a wispy, icy smoke and then returns to the stone.
And he will head back to town.
Okay. Lokian,
Yes.
from the darkness ahead, as your eyes can see and pierce through any darkness that he's currently experienced, at least. You see the sight of muddy, bloodied, wet Keth happily moving forward down the way of the Manticore in your direction. He doesn't seem to notice you yet, but with your dark vision, you see him ahead.
He probably would be smiling, and he'd be doing that arm thing with his glaive, you know, like you put on your shoulder and you put your arm over, and he'd probably be looking at like the stars right now, like mainly
About how
focusing
far is
on
he
this.
from me?
He's probably about 300 feet currently, kind of turning
Okay.
down the path, breaking the corner of the forest. You see him kind of moving through the way in the Manticore heading toward you.
I will just off the road attempt to hide in a bush.
Make a stealth check. Keth, go ahead and roll perception as you approach his location.
Oh yeah, 4.
Well, I'm gonna give myself disadvantage because he's not paying attention at this point.
Okay.
He's like gleaming with happiness. 21 though.
You hear the sound of something rustling before you see it in the forest not too far off the path ahead.
He would quickly get his glaive down.
Probably a
Prepare.
couple hundred feet ahead. You don't see it yet, as it's beyond your dark vision. But you definitely hear it. Something stalking in the woods. You hear the scraping sound of armor as well, as branches and brush kind of the metallic sound of the branches scrape across his armor.
He will slowly move towards it.
Okay.
Kinda
Loki, and you
stop.
see him pull his glaive and at the ready, prepare for battle and head in your direction.
Okay.
150 feet. 100 feet. And then just as you get within 60 feet, you see a Lokian within the trees. Actually, are you an orc or are you a Lokian currently?
I'm an orc still.
Oh my god.
You see an orc that is dressed in a Lokian's clothes, has his weapons and armor, kind of crouched down. You see the vines and bushes, like he's kind of stuck in it, hiding within the trees, watching you approach.
Okay. He will keep moving until he gets within 40 feet. And I assume a Lokian is what kind of orc is he? Is he a gray orc or a green orc?
Are you a gray orc?
Green, I suppose.
Green is more common.
Yeah, so green. It's probably what I've
Okay.
seen.
Yep. So
He will,
pig-nosed,
Okay.
green-skinned orc, tusks.
he will move into 40 feet.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna charge. He's gonna run right at it. He is going to flip his glaive around and use like the blunt end. So basically, he's going for
non-lethal.
non-lethal. Yeah, he wants to capture. He wants to see what
Got
this orc is
Yep.
doing.
You
So you run
see
up.
a Lokian. You see Keth charge you, take his glaive, and swing it at you. Go ahead and roll an attack. I'm gonna say a Lokian was surprised for that.
26.
I think that hits.
I don't know if you want to do like 1d4. You want to do something else for this bludgeoning side, or you just want to
No,
do
you just
one-
roll normal damage, and it's just non-lethal.
14 slashing or bludgeoned, whatever it would be. So as like you basically
Yep.
slam it right into your head, trying to
Yep.
like.
So he cracks you across the face with the blunt end, the shaft of his glaive. You take 14 points of non-lethal damage.
And then he would jump on top of this.
The
this
moment
creature.
you hit a Lokian, the illusion drops.
He would be in the process of attempting to grapple you,
So
and then he would probably notice.
And then you jump on top of him, and then you see as you're grabbing him, his form changes back to his normal self.
He probably would have his glaive like across your chest if he could get that far. A Lokian?
Surprise!
What are you doing?
A big knot is swelling on his forehead at this point.
I was going to surprise you in the bushes.
As an orc?
You have, at this point, there's mud and blood and water coming from Keth and just falling on you at this point.
As an orc? Oh! The illusion. No, I was pranking the guards earlier. I forgot.
That's not a funny prank. I told them that orcs were gonna raid their town.
Ah, so that's what they meant. Why would you tell them that when you look like an orc?
Well, they were green orcs, not my kind of orcs.
Oh,
I kind of let
well,
him
you
out.
should probably know that they're suspicious of you anyways.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. And he'll kind of get up and he'll help a Lokian up.
It's okay, I smooth things over with them.
I believe it. Did you tell him about Ilmater?
No, but I should.
Yeah, that would
You
really
make a good
smooth things
point.
over.
I believe it would.
Why are you out here?
Ah, yes. Important part. We're having dinner, about a half hour ago, with none other than Belkin's friend. I found her in the bunkhouse. She was the woman with the baby that I went to console. Turns out that's the reed hand lady that we saw in the sign-in sheets.
Yes. I kind of thought it might be she was a halfling after all.
right. You're good at the math and put 2 and 2 together.
Yes.
I, on the other hand, just simply had a conversation like a normal person.
Yes.
No need
You
to
are
assume things.
you are a normal person.
I am.
Well, I went on a hunt, and he'll kind of pull his bag out, and he'll pull out these big old antlers, these 2 antlers.
Still
Look.
full of viscera and blood.
Kind of shakes that off. I killed a
Gross.
deer.
Very
A
good.
buck.
I'm very proud of you.
And he'll kind of put in, and then he pulls out a bunch, just like kind of like a large sack of meat.
Just dripping with
Put that-
blood.
No, put that
I g-
away.
I don't.
How are you supposed to convince them you're not a bad orc if you come with a bag full of guts?
Well, it's not guts. It's the good. It's the meat. It's the good part.
Yeah, well, all good meat aside, it's
Well-
still bloody, and you have a bag full of bloody stuff.
Okay, all right.
And
He puts it back
orcs
in.
are attacking.
Back
You see how this might be bad for you.
Yeah, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Didn't think that one through.
No.
I just got done yelling at them because they gambled the last time and we got in trouble, and now you're telling them that orcs are coming to attack while you look like an orc and you want to bring a bloody bag back.
Yes.
If you guys could not fuck things up for about 5 minutes, I think maybe we'd have safer travels.
Kaz, you have the wand of disguise, correct?
Sorry, I have the what?
You have the wand of disguise, correct? You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So never mind. I don't have that. I was gonna say. All right. All right. You're right. Well, maybe
I am right.
You think they're gonna let me back in?
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there in a few
All right.
moments.
Let's go.
Do you have any money?
Yes, I have money.
Okay, well then we're gonna be fine.
Okay.
Every guard takes a bribe.
Okay. All right. All right. We can do this. We're very charismatic.
Yes.
Okay. So.
We're already late for the dinner.
Oh yes.
We should hurry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Should we run?
We should run.
Okay.
Well, we'll run to a point. Don't try to run past the guards into the town. That will also look bad.
All right. Okay. And they'll.
We'll run till I see the guards 300 feet out. And then we walk casually, get your breath.
All right.
Okay?
Okay. Let's go.
No blood, no bloody bag.
I mean, it's in there. Do I have any blood on me? Kind of looks down.
I don't think so. I think you're fine.
Okay. All right.
You're kind of just dirty, but that's fine.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
And the two of
Okay.
you begin to head back towards Monk's Blade. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be just a few moments. And we're back. So, Lucian and Keth continue their harried walk back to town. As Belkin, what are you currently doing after probably
The
about an
town?
hour and a half or so passes by the time you get back to your room? Is there anything in particular you want to do?
I'll wash up in the basin.
Yep. There's a wash
And,
basin, a towel there for you.
Yep.
Clean up a bit.
And actually, the player and Belkin forgot that they haven't attuned to the cloak yet, so I will
Okay.
go back down to the lobby and ask for my cloak back.
All right. The host is at the front, and he gladly returns your cloak. If
Okay.
you need anything else, please let us know.
Oh, I will.
How is your accommodation so far?
Oh, good. After they remembered my diminutive stature.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry there's not particular accommodations for yourself, but if there's anything that we can do to make it more comfortable for you, please let us know.
I will. And on the way back, I'll make more obvious decant signs for Gila.
you do see that she is at a rather large table by this time. Child in her arms, sleeping, bundled up. Can't really make out any details, but as you do motion a couple things toward her in thieves' camp, what do you say?
Yeah, that I wrote it down somewhere. That I'll ask why is she here, and if she wants to talk, meet me back in my room, and I'll tell her where my room is. And things like that. So
She just nods toward you, watches you leave.
because I totally don't know that she's there for dinner with me or anything like that.
Yep. And after a few moments, you hear a knock at your door.
Okay.
A particular knock that says, "I'm here."
Okay. I'll open up the door.
Okay. She's standing there, the bundle in her arms. Are we not having dinner?
Did you want that there? Kyle is paying for everything. I could have him being food.
What about the large one? Herbolg.
Yeah, I
A
told you.
Lokian.
Yeah, I told you. I told you not to rob him. In my early message. Did you rob him?
Oh no. He said we'll have dinner. He said he was going to get you, and I've been waiting for about an hour or so now.
Nobody got me. I'm sorry for the miscommunication. You want to have dinner here? I can have room service for you.
I'm
I'm not there.
not sure what. I don't even think they have a menu here.
Oh, well, we could figure something out. How come you're so far away from the family, the caravans?
She looks down and kind of pulls away the blanket away from the face of child that's in her arms. Because of her.
Why? Because she's different. That's it.
She looks down the hall on either side of her. How about I come in and we talk?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
She moves inside and waits for you to close the door. She moves over to the bed and kind of hops up there with the child and lays the child up on the pillow as it's still unconscious, sleeping. It seems completely asleep. No sound other than just like coming from a drooling mouth. Well, tell me, Milken, since you've been gone from the clan, how have your adventures been?
Good. I haven't gotten paid yet, really. But, I took the job because we weren't making money on doing side shows and stuff like that. So.
Have you heard anything of the clan since you left?
Nope.
We figured out what was happening. The accidents.
Okay. We always been unlucky. I mean, that's just how we are.
Yeah.
That's,
the curse hasn't been lifted.
I never really believed in the curse. I think stuff happens. That's what I think. That's all. I know the fortune teller, I forget her name. She wants to talk about the curse and all that stuff, but not everybody in the clan believes in The curse. I mean, some of it is in common sense. Look at what happened to cousin Jimmy. He tried to eat. He tried to pet an alligator. I mean, that's not a curse.
That's
That's
just
just
stupidity.
yes. I mean, the alligator is really cute. I get it, but you know, you don't pet alligators. So, but
Listen,
why did it? I'm listening.
Yondala revealed
Mm.
cause.
Oh, are you still speaking to Yandua?
She nods.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
She
And
motions
what?
over to the child.
Mm.
This was the cause. And now she's my charge.
Mm.
Belkin,
Mm.
I know
Yep.
you didn't believe in Yondala or our faith, things that we do, circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, we ran out.
there is a curse in our
Mm.
clan. Yondala in turn cursed this one. Do you know Yondala's curse?
I heard you and some other people talk about it, but I wasn't listening.
Because of the great strife this creature's put on to us. Yondala has taken its life.
Mm.
Yondala's curse, I shouldn't even tell you, but I have to take this one as far away from our people as possible in hopes that the curse will finally subside.
Mm.
And that means me, as the shepherd of our clan, has to withstand all of it. And in hopes that this one, with its second chance, every bit of hatred I have toward it,
You say that you hate that baby? Is that what you're saying?
it wasn't always a baby.
Mm. What do you mean?
Really wish you would have followed some of Yondala's teachings and you would know what I'm speaking of.
Mm.
Yondala's curse is to curse anyone that causes great strife to our people. Their curse is to live again, start over,
Mm.
not as who they are, but return to be a child again.
Mm.
And we must bring it up in hopes to undo what has been done.
And how would you go about doing that?
I raise it.
Can't you raise it at home? Mm. Did they have to kick you out?
Cannot be home. This is the curse that it has put onto us. We hope that taking this far, far east, away from our people, will eventually break the curse.
Mm.
But here you
Didn't
and
we?
I are.
Didn't they try it before? Didn't we do that a couple times in the past?
It wasn't
And
revealed until recently of what was causing it.
mm.
Too many of our people suffered and died. This creature. What would you
Well,
do, Belkin? If you
I
were
do
me,
what I want. I do what I want. Same like I always do.
obviously.
I'm willing to bet that baby is innocent. It has nothing to do with a curse. I don't believe in cursed children. That be
Yes.
our people did stupid stuff and had accidents way before that baby was born, and we'll we'll keep doing stupid stuff after that child is gone. That's how we do.
I hope that you're right, even though I know you're not.
You want to bet?
No, I don't.
I do. How about I find a way for you and the child to return home, and I end this supposed curse.
How?
Hmm. I'll find a way. I'll start looking around, start asking.
I can't return with this child.
That's fine. You could you just stay here.
Not until the curse is broken. Here, Monk's Blade.
Yeah, yeah. I'll pay for the room and board, and then yeah, I'll make sure you get back home, and then then everybody can stop that curse talk until somebody else does something stupid and dies.
Belkin.
Mm-hmm.
One day, I truly
Mm-hmm.
hope figure out how to stop lying to yourself.
It's not a lie. It's a story. There's a difference.
You say you don't believe in curse, but you fix it.
No, I said I'll make sure you and the child get home, and I'll make everybody stop saying that there's a curse.
Well, you'll have to return to them to convince them that.
That's
You,
fine.
you'll see the curse.
Mm-hmm.
It's grown stronger since you left.
Because if this a curse, why am I still here? Why am I never affected?
I don't know.
Ask my friends, my companions. I fought with them many times, and some of them died and came close to death. I haven't even been near there yet.
And you don't think the curse of unluck surrounds you?
Mm.
I know it surrounds me. The rest of our
It is.
clan.
Nah. I think some people just make poor bets. That's all.
Maybe. And that's what's happened here. Making a pact. Well, I hope Yondala can help guide us fixing this. It's fortunate for once that we came across you, Belkin.
Mm. And don't get me wrong, I know of Yandor in our origins, but let me ask you this: how come we never talk about Timora? How come you don't think she helps us? How come she'll bring the curse?
Why hasn't she already?
Mm-hmm.
Yondola had brought this to fruition. Made this creature that decided to curse us become cursed on its own. To relive life with our people. It's the only thing I knew to do, was to take it far away. Hopefully it would break it.
Mm. We'll see. But in the meantime, just take care of that child. And don't worry about the cost for now.
You see a look of almost hatred as she looks over to the child.
Mm.
And she shakes her head. Yes. I'll stay amongst Blade for as long as I can. I think this is far enough. No.
Yeah, me too.
And once I hear word back from our people, see if things are any better.
Mm.
Then I will let you know. We'll come back and visit then.
Of course.
I think I'll skip dinner.
That's fair.
Have a good night, Belkin.
You too.
She grabs the child and to leave.
And Giwa, one more thing.
He stops and turns.
Try not to hate a child just because the God tells you to. God could be immoral too. Have a good night.
She wasn't always a child.
She is now.
She nods. Cuz,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
what
is
are
it
you
that time?
doing? What are you doing while you're waiting till your meeting?
I'm probably if I haven't noticed Belkin there for a while, and Alokian hasn't returned for a while,
Yeah.
give or take 20 minutes.
Nope.
I'm probably not gonna wait much longer than that. I'll head back to my room,
Okay.
and I kind of want to try and oh, there's where is it? Pretty sure. Yeah, because I did open the spell book, right? I had that opened. So, given the time, I'd probably try
Your
and learn
spellbook or the new one?
the new one.
It has not been unlocked yet.
Right, yes. Then I will try and unlock it.
Alright. Go ahead and make another Thieves' Tools check to try to unlock it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, there it is. 24.
Alright. Take your Thieves' Tools and take your time. This time, as you're not out in the wilderness or in the swamp or anything like that, so you lay the book out on the bed. There's also a desk there if you wish to work on it at the desk.
Yeah, definitely.
So you sit down at the chair, set it on the desk, begin to work on it. Takes you a little bit of time, but you're able to finally pick the lock. And as you do, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Sure.
Oh no.
17.
Alright. There's a green flash of light as the latch opens, and you feel, coming from the book, almost like a heavy energy that just washes all over your body. And we're gonna go to Keth and Alokian.
Okay.
Nice.
You approach the city gates. Well, not the gate, but where the road goes into Monk's Blade. You do see, with your passive perception and your night vision, especially you, Alokian, you can see there's a few more guards than normal on the palisades, as well as 4 at the gate, at the opening into Monk's Blade. As the 2 of you are approaching.
Is there more than there was before?
Yep, sure is.
That's probably not a good sign.
Nope. Leave the talking to me, right? I'm the one that doesn't look like an orc.
Anymore.
Yeah, anymore. They saw me as a furbolg, and then they saw me as an orc. But I'm a furbolg again. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. And we'll approach the gate.
The guard that you met earlier kind of steps forward as the 2 of you approach. And he kind of looks at both of you, especially you, Keth, now that you're full of mud and blood and your clothes and armor, everything's wet. And then kind of looks past both of you. As you turn around and you see another figure, probably about 20 feet behind you. A heavy coat that goes down almost to the ground. Thick leather boots. A fine-looking set of studded leather armor beneath the cloak. A wide-brim hat made out of leather as well that has studs kind of around the center brim with a leather strap around it as well. Hanging from a belt is a very large-looking axe with a deep red crimson crystal axe head hanging from the belt. His arms are kind of crossed. His long sleeves. He's watching both you and Alokian from behind. You hadn't noticed him till now. The thick, black, like jet black beard has bits of gray here and there. Seems well kept. A number of scars across his face and the hands that are currently revealed. But also has like these almost piercing blue eyes, even in the darkness, that kind of shine and shimmer slightly as he's watching both of you.
Kind of looks at that guy. Looks at Alokian. That guy looks awesome. He'll kind of turn to the guards. Do you know that guy?
The guard, looking past you and then back toward you, Keth. Yes.
He's awesome.
And the guard laughs out loud. He's awesome at what he does, yes.
Oh. What does he do?
What does he do?
He's the adventurers from Monk's Blade. And he kind of steps forward. I'm Coulter. Coulter Greybelt.
Coulter?
Yep, Coulter.
Coulter.
Coulter Great.
He kind of cracks his knuckles together. They're not with any orc band. This one simply went hunting. And
Can
this
I
one's a
go-
buffoon
go
hiding in
wide
the
a little?
woods.
Yep.
I'll
That Geth always a buffoon in the woods.
pay my tab. He says to the guard. He begins to just walk past you. The guards nod. All right, at ease, everyone. One of the guards says. The other guards watching you, but not as intently. Not as like a tense situation that's there.
Yeah, what he said. And kind of points at him, and he's gonna walk into the city.
Okay. They do watch you into the city, but they don't bar your entrance, don't stop you or anything.
Are we walking alongside this guy now?
He's kind of walking ahead of the group of you.
Sir, if you have a moment.
He stops and looks over his shoulder. What is it?
Well, I just wanted to perhaps inquire about what it is that you do around here.
I keep the forest. I watch for threats.
Oh,
I track if
threats?
needed. Not here.
Ah, so
Smiles.
the orcs coming was probably just a false alarm.
I don't know of any orcs.
Great.
Beyond emotions to Keth.
Keth w-
Half orc.
Keth would probably not be making eye contact.
Okay.
Kind of avoiding looking at him.
Right.
Knowing that he may have seen what Keth did in the forest.
Yeah.
Well, if you have some time, would you like to have dinner with us? We're having dinner tonight.
I'll take my food. The bottom. My cup.
Ah, drinks then. Well, we'll have plenty of that if you'd care to join us at the table at least. We'll buy you drinks.
You'll go to the hunt the night.
Nope. We'll go to the Burning Dagger.
The Flaming Dagger.
Yep, that one.
They won't be happy to see me.
Rest assured, I'm sure they're not happy to see us either.
All
But
the more
paying
all-
customers.
all the more reason to go. You'll kind of make eye contact with him at that point.
He just stares at you as you look over. Keep strange company.
Yeah, he's a religious person. I know.
I've not seen a creature like that before. Silent. Hunt. Deadly. He kind of turns and squares off toward both of you. You have your dinner without me.
Very, very well then. It was good to meet you.
Sure. Turns and begins to walk away.
I'll just kind of softly talk. I don't think I liked the way he said that.
Racist.
And you do see him begin to head towards hunting the night.
Well, we're already pretty late for our dinner.
I needed to make a quick stop before we go.
Where do you need to go now?
I wanted to see if Cromwell's is still open.
You see a number of the places that are here now by this time are closed up. The streets are fairly clear by this time. Not many people walking in and out, or if they are moving in and about the area, that looks like they're returning to their homes or the inn or something like that. The only place that seems to be lively is Hunting the Night, which is a tavern.
Does it look like is Cromwell's closed up now? And
Cromwell's a little bit further down the road. You'll have to go down there to actually check.
okay, I'm gonna go down there real
Alright.
fast.
You rush down there, and it does look like it's closed up.
Dang it. All right. It'll probably be fine in the morning. He's gonna go back
Okay.
and go back to Lokian.
Did you leave something in there?
I was gonna give him the meat I got from that deer I killed.
Oh. Okay, dinner time.
Okay. I mean, we could cook that if you wanted to.
I don't think we need to. They'll have food.
Should we go to the other place? To the
What other place?
other tavern, the hunt the night.
No, we have friends waiting for us. They've been waiting for a long time. I came out to get you. You're bloody. You're causing trouble. You're getting messy in the woods like you always
Okay.
do.
I don't really
They've been
think I
waiting
caused
for
the
us.
trouble. I think that was you.
What are you talking about? You
The
warned them
guards
about
were
orcs when
perfectly
you look
fine.
like that.
They were fine with me. They didn't say anything
I
to me
don't
when
think
I
they
left.
were. You're lucky I smoothed things over.
I feel like we went to the uppity inn in the town instead of the cool one.
Uppity, I paid 5 copper to sleep in a bunk with 10 other people. If that's uppity, then this place is a dump. I've stayed in better places in Baldur's Gate.
All right.
Can
Let's
we go
go.
have friends dinner now with our friends?
I guess. We don't want to
Okay.
cook this meat.
I don't want to cook the meat right now. No.
You
I
think it'll
don't-
still be good in the morning?
I don't know. I don't know how long meat lasts for. I don't keep meat.
Me either.
Can we go?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go to the Flaming Dagger. Flaming Dagger,
Okay.
Flaming Dagger.
All right. You return back to the Flaming Dagger Inn, and the host is there, but the hostess is gone by this time. Many of the people that were inside the lobby, there's not many people left. Maybe one guy at the bar. But other than that, most of the place is cleared out. But something that is different this time is there's a long, serrated-looking curved blade, long hook on the end, has this sort of like purplish red flames just emanating from it. That's on the placard that wasn't there before. And you can see the soot and everything that was there has been cleaned off, and the dagger's just barely emanating these little purplish red flames. Welcome back.
Ah, you put the dagger back up.
Yes,
Why?
the maintenance was complete.
Oh, very convenient. Still 50,000?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you sure? I found some meat, completely illegal. Do you want to buy it?
No.
Are you sure? Fresh venison.
I'm quite sure.
Do you want to see it?
No, I don't. Please, don't make a mess.
All right. Is there a fireplace in the in the bunk
There
room?
there was one in the lobby, but not in the bunk room.
Oh. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're
Our friends
you're
were
as-
supposed to be meeting us for dinner.
Who exactly?
Belkin, the other reed hand lady from the bunk with the child, Kaz, the guy with the fanciness in room 1.
I haven't seen any of them except for Gila. She was sitting in the lobby for quite some time.
And nobody else showed up.
No.
Ill-mated, damn it all.
You don't
Okay.
mind taking your boots off outside.
I would
I
mind.
do. Yes, of course we mind. Our boots.
Very well.
We're paying customers.
Have a
Don't you
wonderful
have
evening.
somebody? Okay. You know, I'm starting to change my mind about this town. I thought everyone was very nice, and now they're stopping us at gates, accusing us of being orcs, and telling us to take off our
Well-
boots at the door.
Aren't you partially an orc? I'm sorry.
Are you
I
talking to
don't
me?
Don't mean to
Um,
assume. No, that's towards Kath.
Keth will
Joey.
he'll probably be smiling, but he'll just go to a straight face, and he'll get up real close and almost have a growl and say, "What did you just call me?" I mean, he's faking it.
Yeah.
Like,
Go ahead and roll a deception check.
I mean, or intimidation.
Oh
maybe,
yeah,
I
that's
guess.
great. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, my intimidation isn't bad.
Hmm.
Oh, 8. Do I
Listen,
get advantage because I'm covered in blood?
you have disadvantage because of Lokian. So it's just a roll.
I have another inspiration.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it. That'll be the end of mine. I
All
had
right.
2. 11.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to assume or anything. Excuse my forwardness. Please, Kath, if there's anything that we can do for you, let us know. I'll make sure to get a couple ales at the bar for you. On the house.
Good. I'll kind of stomp away. This with the smile on his face after he turns away.
Okay.
He is a half orc.
I am a half orc, yep.
Okay.
This poor guy.
And he rushes back towards the bar, talking to the bartender for a moment, gets a couple drinks. The bartender pours a couple ales and actually brings them over to you guys. Where do you wish to go?
I'm immediately going to try and find Belkin.
I'm gonna go wash off. I guess I'm dirty still. Try to get cleaned up a little better.
Alright, so you go to the wash basin in the bunkhouse, and Alokian goes over and knocks on Belkin's door.
Excuse me, sorry. Yes.
Belkin, you hear a knock at your door again.
What is it?
It's a Lokian.
Oh. Hey, come on in.
I open the door.
Yep.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Noticed you weren't downstairs for dinner.
Dinner? I wasn't told about anything there.
Cause I swear to God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there is supposed to be dinner in the lobby with us, and I found your friend.
Oh, Gira. Well,
Yes.
if it makes you feeling better, we did meet up with each other, and we had a nice little talk. So,
Yes, that makes me feel better, but I was really hoping it would be a surprise at dinner.
well, I did feel very surprised. If that helps.
Oh, not really.
Sorry, buddy.
It's fine, I suppose.
Would you like
Did
to have a bit dinner some other time?
Yeah, sure, another night. That's fine.
Yeah, whenever you want. Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Okay.
guess I'll just go to my bunk.
There's still people there that you could talk to about Il Mayor.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're very good at that, buddy. You're so good.
Okay.
I just hear the like Charlie Brown music as he's walking away with his head down.
Well, I guess
You
I'll
have a
see
good
you
night.
later.
Yeah, you have a good night. I'll see you in the morning, okay, buddy?
Okay, fine.
Okay. Sweet dreams.
Bye.
Aw.
And then I'll go to Kaz's room.
Okay. What do you do? Knock on the door?
Yeah.
No response.
Kaz!
Am I back yet?
There's no response.
Kaz! You're probably in there reading a stupid book. Open the door. You wouldn't need a book if you just prayed.
There's no
I
response.
try to open the door.
Kaz, did you lock your door?
No.
It opens. Inside, you see what I described earlier, the room space that's there. At the far end, you can see Kaz is back toward you and he's looking down, sitting in a chair looking down at a book that's partially open in front of him on the desk, his hands kind of touching it.
I knew it. You are reading a book. Listen, we were supposed to have dinner. You were supposed to go get Belkin. I find that not only is Gilda not down there, but you're not down there, and Belkin's not down there, and Belkin doesn't even know anything about it. Explain yourself.
Sits there, unmoving.
Well, the cold shoulder is not going to get you out of this one. I walk over to him.
And you can see now the book is partially open as he's unlatching this book. And he's staring down at it. His face, everything is unmoving except his eyes. Kaz, you hear everything Alokian's saying to you, but your entire body is paralyzed as you're touching this book. All but your eyes.
Fantastic.
Cuz? And I poke him.
He's stiff, as if his muscles are just tight. Just kind of shifts in
Look
the chair.
around.
You can see his eyes moving.
What are you doing? Is this some kind of joke? I don't... Okay. I guess it's not a joke. Blink twice if you need help.
Am I able to blink?
Yeah.
That was once. You don't need help. He just blinked twice. Does that mean he does not need help, or is he asking for help now? Confusing.
He's just blinking.
I'm going to assume you need help. I will go get the others. And I'll go back out to Belkin's room.
Okay.
Belkin,
Yeah.
Kaz is stuck in a book.
What do you want me to do about it? Steal from him?
I don't. Well, that might work.
Alright. Alright.
You come help me. I don't know what to do.
By
His
this time,
eyes were
Kath, you're
moved.
done cleaning up, and you hear Alokian in the hallway still yelling about Kaz being stuck in a book or something.
How close is it to being 10 o'clock?
Roll me a nature check. See if you can have an idea. You look out the window. See if you can tell what time.
Let's see. Where my character sheet go? Sheet. You said laser? Okay, you got it. 20.
All right. You know, if you had a guess, it's anywhere between 9 or 10 right now. Just looking at where the moon is currently, the sliver of it that's still in the sky.
This will be interesting. Alright. We'll go see what we could do for him.
Right. And then I'll take Pelican back to Kaz's room.
Keth at this point probably coming down the hallway.
Yep.
What's going on? Probably yelling in the
Uh,
hallway. Not like keep it quiet at all.
Kaz is stuck in a book.
What's new?
Yeah, but like literally stuck in like focused on the book.
Oh. Let me
He
see.
he probably didn't check for traps again.
Whatever it is, he can move his eyes, but like the rest of his body will not.
Okay.
I guess. That's what it seems to be.
Hmm.
Any ideas?
Well, let's go see him.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go into Kaz's room.
Man, this place is pretty nice.
Yeah, it is nice. But you see there, he if you look him in the eyes, he can respond to you with blinking. We
Mhm.
haven't figured out that system yet. Working
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, he's thinking way too much. I mean,
And you can see the book is unlatched and like just partially open in his hands. He's doesn't even have it open yet.
I bet he fell for a trap again. He's very good at that.
Do you
Should
have
I-
any?
Should I slap him?
Yeah,
that's
you know what?
going to
You know what? I do. Slap him. There you
Yeah,
go.
give it a whirl.
Whap! I'll slap him.
And when you do hit him, his entire body's just rigid. It just Yep.
Nice.
That didn't work.
Didn't work, but it's still fun to watch.
True.
What's odd, Kaz? He did slap you, but you didn't feel it.
Maybe we should try something bigger. And he reaches for the glaive. No, I'm just.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we just
Don't
take the
think-
book? Why don't we take the book from him?
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead. Touch that book.
Touch that book. Okay, he's gonna try to take the book.
You pull the book from Kaz's hands, but his hands are stuck just like as they were when they were holding it. You have the book in your hand.
Okay, Keth will open the book and look in it.
You open it and look inside. You see nothing but arcane markings and words of magic and all sorts of things that probably Keth doesn't understand.
It's worthless.
And it's filled with it.
Man, that book
Maybe I
is
should just start this on fire. No, I'm just kidding.
that book is stupid. Don't have any words in there.
Okay. I'm out of ideas.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see.
He can blink, right? You said Keth will kind of get like right in front of his face. Okay.
Do you think he got poisoned? I got antitoxin. Don't pour it down his throat.
I don't know if it was a trap on a spell book. I would assume it's arcane in nature.
Oh, right.
Well-
Yeah, you guys use medic.
And anyone that has
stuff.
medical, so he can move his eyes, is still breathing.
Yeah.
And he does appear to still be alive. But his muscles all seem
22.
seized up.
Okay.
For
Alright.
medicine?
Yep.
It looks similar to what like a hold person spell would do, only this is lasting much longer than what you would have expected. As hold person or hold monster, those sort of spells only last for a short period of time. This one has his entire body seized up, and he's unable to move.
Oh,
So
I
it
have an
looks
idea.
like some sort of like he's paralyzed, but much stronger.
Is he still paralyzed in like a sitting down
Yes.
position?
Yes.
I sit in his lap.
Okay.
Man,
Well,
he's stiff.
listen. Do you have an idea?
I have an idea. And he will go and he will open up the bag of holding and reach in.
Okay.
And he's going to pull out one of the potions of mind reading.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's going to uncork it and drink it. And he will use detect thoughts on Kaz.
All right. Kaz,
Yeah.
do you fight the intrusion on your mind?
Nope. I'm assuming I can see what he's
Yeah,
doing.
you can see what he's
Yeah.
doing.
You maybe would even say like, all right, I'm going to read your mind. Okay.
Okay.
He's going to drink it.
You are now able to talk to Kef through your mind.
You hear a lot of crazy shit in my head that makes no sense to you. There are words you didn't even think were words just perusing constantly until it finally calms down for a moment. What's my understanding of what's occurring right now?
So what happened was when you unlatched the book and went to open it, there was some sort of arcane trigger that
Yep.
let off some kind of magic that seized up your body.
Okay.
As I said to them, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Sure. 22.
As I said to
Very
them, it's similar to what appeared to be like some sort of seizure of your body and paralysis, only you're pretty sure whatever activated was, instead of just a hold person spell, it was some sort of curse that has now paralyzed you.
Yes.
Yes.
You can hear me. Yes.
Yes. And he would say that out loud.
Okay.
He'd be
Yeah.
talking out loud.
Yeah.
There is an arcane curse put upon my body from this book.
Okay.
Do everything you can to ensure the book's safety. Place it in my bag of holding if you would.
Kid would roll his eyes. What about you? How do we get you out of this?
The curse must be lifted.
Okay.
What if we just lock the book back up? Just put it back.
Try it. I'll try it.
Okay.
Keth will
Li-
grab it off the desk and
Latch it again.
flash it again.
Nothing changes.
The arcane from the book has already expelled its magics.
Okay.
I'm doing it from the book.
Alokian, can you get rid of a
Yes.
curse?
Nope.
This is exactly why I don't like to read.
Is there a temple in town somewhere?
We could ask the front desk person. I'm sure
All
they
right.
would know.
Let's go. And he'll grab the book, he'll put it in the bag of holding, and then he'll just like grab Kaz by like the arm and like pick him up and carry
You
him.
gonna drag Kaz out there?
Yeah. Well, I was assuming we're gonna have to go find someone to remove the curse.
Yes.
So Keth's mind, he's gonna take.
Would you like me to carry him? It's really no trouble for me.
No, it's fine. I got him.
Yes.
Yes.
You must advise the inn owner that I am unable to make my meeting.
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll get you fixed. Don't worry.
Well, why don't you guys go
It is incredibly important, Keth.
and I'll stay here.
All right.
I'll stay here. You guys
Okay.
go.
That's a good idea. There's another bottle of mind reading potion, but I think mine's probably up pretty soon anyways. It doesn't last very long.
Yeah. Okay.
Tomorrow, you want it tomorrow morning? You want the meeting rescheduled?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go.
You-
Let's go, Alokian.
Did you say a meeting? He's having a meeting?
Yeah. Who? Oh, I don't know who with.
Is that why he missed the dinner and didn't get Belkin?
I don't know. This is not the time to talk about your.
I'm just
Dinner.
wondering why we didn't have a dinner. It's fine.
Well,
Let's go
listen,
fix
I
our bread.
offered to go out and drinks with you at the Hunter night, but you refused. So
I didn't refuse. I simply thought we had prior arrangements, which were clearly not. It's fine. Let's just go fix our friend.
5 minutes. I waited 25.
he said he waited 25 minutes for us
No,
to
you
come
could
back.
have waited 25 more.
He said you could have waited, and he would have said this out loud back to Kaz. He said you could have waited 25 more,
And I did, within my room.
and
Next,
he did.
you're all knocking on my door.
He did within his room.
Well, don't blame me. Blame Keth. He was out hunting.
I didn't know we were having a dinner.
Did you catch anything good?
I got a deer, big one.
Wonderful.
I got these
Great.
antlers. He pulls out one of the antlers.
Wonderful job, Keth.
Thanks, and he puts it back. All right, let's go, Alokian. He's gonna run out the door.
So it's Kaz and Belkin in Kaz's room. And then Keth and Alokian heading out.
Yeah. The charismatic ones. We're gonna go talk
Yeah,
to people.
perfect. Where do you go?
Down to the innkeep.
Got it. The host is at the. He seems rather bored at this point and just kind of leaning
Wait,
against the wall.
did you guys take Kaz with you or leave him?
No, we're gonna leave him there. with you.
Okay. Kaz, how are you dressed up right now?
Oh, my when you first met me, the garb that I was wearing, very similar to that, with the wide, long openings, very formal looking attire, very noble looking attire, very clean cut, um, long lines, foreign looking, but very noble.
You need a hat so we can hide your specialist safe.
My you notice like my hair is down, but behind my hair, my fake eye is showing, and it's
Oh.
usually
We don't want that here.
That's cool.
While they do that, can I search the neighboring rooms for any kind of headwear, a hat?
You particularly remember in the front, near the front desk, there was a number of hats that were hanging from coat racks.
I'm gonna try to steal one.
Go ahead and make a stealth check after both Lokian and Keth approach the front desk.
Excuse me, Mr. Guy.
Yes.
We need some help. First of all, Kaz isn't gonna be able to make his meeting tonight. He wants to reschedule it for in the morning.
What meeting are you talking about?
Okay, all right. What? Okay, whatever. You know the meeting. All right. If he told me about it, it's fine. Just reschedule it.
Anything else you need help with?
Yes. Is there a temple in town?
No, it's no longer
Or a
temples
powerful
here.
healer of any sort.
Yes, a powerful healer, or wizard.
No wizards here, no.
No healers either. No clerics at all.
I mean, some pass through time to time, but
All right, we'll lay it to you straight. We have a curse problem that we need to deal with. Do you know of a way that we could deal with that?
Yeah, he really seems like a kind of guy that could get rid of a curse.
you have a
Well,
curse
maybe he
problem.
knows someone.
What sort
yes, a
of, what sort
curse
of
problem.
curse?
A curse. It doesn't matter. Can you help us?
Oh,
Maybe
I'll take
maybe,
off my boots.
Maybe Francis could help you.
Oh, perfect.
He is
Where's Francis?
Cromwell.
Cromwell.
Let's go to Cromwell. All right, thanks, Mr. Person. Okay, let's go.
Is
And he
that the
ran.
Francis he's talking about?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And he ran out the door.
Goodbye. What was your
Cromwell.
stealth check, Belkin?
24.
What kind of hat do you want to get? You see large leather hats, you see small little like bonnet caps, you see just about any assortment of hats that are on the wall here.
I really want a fedora type, but I'm gonna go with a larger brim.
Okay,
Like that.
a wide brim hat.
Yeah.
So like a
with-
cowboy kind of big bucket hat.
It's the biggest brim that I can find just
Yep.
to cover.
Yep.
We're gonna do a weekend at Bernie's moment here. That's what we're gonna do.
Sunday morning church woman hat. Like
Perf-
just
Big old feather.
Bunch of flowers on it.
Yeah.
do it up.
Yep.
Perfect.
Weekend at Bernie's. There we go.
Nice.
You take a hat and it's labeled Liz.
Oh well, sorry, Liz. I'm pretty sure Kaz won't mind wearing a woman's hat.
And you bring it back to Kaz.
Yep.
Put it on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring him down. So he was kind of I'll put the book with it
The book is in the bag of holding, which is where?
On.
with Cass.
Yeah, my bag of
Okay.
holding.
Okay.
Oh no, if you put it in his bag.
I assume. No, I put it in Kaz's.
So it's on Kaz.
On Kaz.
Okay, then I'll put in his hand. I'll make it look like he's reading a book.
Okay. So it's
I'm
still back in his hand how it was once before.
Yep. And I'll take a seat next to him.
Okay. Roll a
Mhm.
perception check, Belkin, as you
Sure.
go out and take the hat and turn back to Kaz.
Yeah, my favorite part was Falcon's like, "Here, I'll stay here with Kaz and watch him." And then as soon as we leave, he leaves too.
Yeah.
Just leaves him there.
Just for a minute, though. Natural 20 for 24.
Oh gosh. Okay. You do see Gila watch you from like the shadows of the hallway down the other end, from her doorway, or where the bunk house is. She
Mhm.
watches you return back to Kaz's room.
Was a random ass hat. Yep. Yep. Well,
And a few minutes later, the door opens.
Mm.
She's looking inside. She doesn't have the child with her currently.
hello, Liz. Or,
Child.
Giwa. Sorry, I got my name messed up. Giwa.
What are you doing, Belkin?
Oh, just getting ready for a meeting with my my friend over here. We have a very important meeting coming up.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I need to leave you to it then. Seems you
Yeah.
and your friends are busy.
How's your acting these days? Are you good at acting like a secretary or assistant?
You need something from me, Belkin?
Yeah, you want to act like his assistant? Can you help me? I'm gonna put on a little show.
Sure.
So
She steps in. And she does approach, but kind of walks past you towards Kaz.
here's the plan.
What's
He
wrong?
can't.
Is he dead?
He
No.
no, he's not dead. He can't move.
She puts 2 fingers on his neck.
Yeah, he's not dead. I'll start moving. I'll start shaking him. See, he's fine.
It's a friend of yours.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Yeah.
Are you doing a heist or something?
No, more like information gathering.
See.
Yeah. He's gonna meet with somebody important, but then this happened, and I still want that information.
You want the information. You
Yeah.
want me to play as this one.
Ooh, can you do that?
Is this information important?
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened to him?
I don't know, something with a magical book.
Magical book.
Yeah.
And she like tries to move like some of your fingers and it's just stiff.
You think even the first time he got in trouble.
She raises the hat and looks at his eyes. Can you
I'm
hear me?
Tell you what.
Blank once for yes, 2 for no.
No, don't tell him to blank. He's not good at it.
You realize he understands everything you're saying, right?
Yeah, I know.
You still
He's
want
probably-
his information.
Yeah, he'll forgive me later.
I blinked twice.
He just said no.
That's okay.
Did he
well,
drink too much?
I mean, probably,
She pulls out
but
a holy symbol from underneath clothes, which looks like a shield, sort of like a curved looking shield that has a number of fruit and wheat, all sorts of
yeah.
harvest like things on the shield. She
Yeah,
says a word of magic. Her eyes flash for a moment. She begins to study him. She looks over to you, Falcon. Puts the holy symbol away. Your friend is cursed.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that.
Interesting.
Is that above your powers?
My powers?
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
Above Yondala's? I doubt it.
Oh, okay. All right. I see how you doing. Okay. What does Yandere want?
You have any diamonds?
Let me see. Does she like diamonds? Do nobles stay at this end?
We need it as a sacrifice to Yondala.
That's okay.
You would know that there's 400 gold worth of moonstone in my bag of holding.
Oh, yeah. Would these work?
Replace a material spell component like diamonds.
Oh, okay.
She takes them. Interesting.
I was gonna steal some necklaces.
It's up to you if you give it all to her, or if you just take out some of it.
Nah, that's fine.
All
I'll
of
do it. Do you need all of it, Gila?
It needs to be a decent amount. How much do you have?
400. What was it?
Do you show her all of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She smiles.
Gosh darn it.
She's playing me.
She's playing you.
Yes, I think we'll need all of this.
Of course you will.
Removing it from my bag of holding.
Don't forget the 1 mind reading potion too.
She doesn't take that. She just takes them.
No, I mean the one I used.
Oh yeah.
So you have one. You have one now.
It'll take me a few moments. Would you like to pray with me?
I think you could do that.
Very well. She grasps her holy symbol again, takes the moonstones in her hand, and holds it to her chest as well.
Kyle's gonna be pissed at me, but that's okay.
And then Halfling, she begins to pray to Yondala. Mother, please, I beg you. This moment, I have one of our friends that needs help. Found their way to a curse. Something we're all too familiar with. And if it's your will, please guide this soul to lift the bindings on his body. Curse from him. find it yourself to grip this gift. Takes her hands that had the moonstones, a bright white glow coming from her fingertips. She places 2 fingers, Kaz's head. Kaz, immediately, your muscles give and release. You can finally breathe. The hat kind of falls back on the floor behind you.
Thank you. That was very kind and very, and I look over at Belkin, expensive.
No, I bet the hat is worth a lot. That's what,
I look over. Giza. Is that right?
Yeah.
Kiwa.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Mm.
I understand you are one of Belkin's family members.
We have the same clan, yeah? I can see
He's a
why
welcome.
you didn't make it to dinner, though.
Yes, I do apologize for my tardiness. Seems I was caught up in a bit of reading.
Maybe another time, then.
I would enjoy that.
Belkin has offered to help us stay here in Monk's Blade.
Oh,
Perhaps, you can see if there's any homes for sale.
is anything I may do to assist? My name does carry some weight, after all. I would be happy to. Any family member of Belkin's, and I glance at Belkin, is family of mine.
To know. Seems Belkin has found family beyond his own. I'm proud of that. I have to check on the child. If
Yes,
you
of
need
course.
anything, Belkin, please don't hesitate to call on me or Yondala.
Oh, you know me. Always willing to get help from good old Yana.
And I'll see you in the morning. What you've promised.
Yep.
Have a good evening. And she begins to leave.
You as well. Take
Good
care.
night.
I'll walk her out, and I'll close the door. I will lock the door. And I will immediately cast Hold Person on Belkin.
Nice.
Roll a wisdom saving throw, Belkin.
PvP. PvP. PvP.
Hooray. Wisdom, right? Okay. That's not good. 18.
Ooh.
Alright, he fights off the effects of the paralyze.
It happens again.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay. I understand. Let's see here.
Malcolm, do you fight it? Or do you let it happen?
Okay.
Oh, no,
It
15.
fails the second time. Or he fails the
Yep.
second time.
Okay.
Yep.
Body stiffens up.
You go to move, Belkin, and from the second onslaught of magic, but your body stiffens.
Bit rusty after. Oh, you understand how it feels now, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I blinked twice.
That means no.
No,
You and
if
I
I
need to have a little chat, Belkin. And by a little chat, I mean I speak, you listen. I don't wish to harm you, nor do I wish any harm to come of you. That's why it is imperative that you know nothing. It is safer for you and your family. There are things beyond your understanding, beyond mine, even, at play. I merely play a very small part in it to make a little coin. The last thing I want is casualties. Do you understand?
I wink.
Wonderful. I'll release the spell.
Okay.
Apologize. Just need to be certain.
You're fine. No need for that. But
This meeting is with a fellow faction member of a higher station than mine. If word is to reach them, it will have been rescheduled. You will not know when.
okay.
If it was something that would cause you danger or ill will, I would do everything I can to keep it from you. From all of you. I won't ask you to trust the information I carry. Only that in its carry, that I wish it of you no ill will. Wish only to be rid of it.
Mm.
Once I am, I may be free of it. I shall apprise you as soon as I am. Do hope we can reschedule that dinner.
Yeah.
And if there truly is anything that you require persistence in finding your family a home, you need only ask.
No worries, buddy. I understand.
I will steal the soul out of a very body to make it occur.
Well,
You are family to me, Belkin. You all are. Loss of one of you is incredibly difficult for me to bear. Knowing that that loss is of my own fault. I will never let harm come to any of you. Ever again. Sorry, my friend.
don't worry about it.
Now then. Is there a place around here we can grab a drink?
Near the lobby, I think.
Wonderful. Shall we?
Sure.
Two of you leave the room, heading towards the lobby, as Keth and Alokian head down the thoroughfare towards Cromwell's Wondery. In the cool night air, that streets are now at this point somewhat bare, as there's no one in town still rising or going about. That's where we'll end tonight's session. Until next time, as both Keth and Lokian head towards Cromwell's Wondery, Belkin and Kaz go to the lobby to have a drink.
Yeah.
Thank you
It's
guys
nice
so
though.
much for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Good night.